your home for Arkansas Travelers baseball. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
It's time for Arkansas Travelers baseball. Brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Now, let's head to the ballpark for the ITT Tech pregame show. Here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Live from Little Rock, Arkansas Traveler Baseball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Raywinder Field. Phil Elson with you. Tonight, minor league baseball and the Texas League present the Arkansas Travelers and the Tulsa Drillers, Game 4 of a 5-game series. Well, things have cooled off over the last 24 hours since we were here at Raywinder Field for Game 3 of the series yesterday, and unfortunately, the Travelers suffering their third consecutive defeat at the hands of the Drillers, 5-1. Drillers pitchers did an outstanding job limiting the Travs to only 6 base hits yesterday, and the Drillers were able to pull away late against the Traveler bullpen. It's kind of overshadowed a fine start by Steven Shell, who unfortunately took his second loss of the year, giving up 3 runs on 9 hits in 7 2/3 innings. But Shell pitched in front of the count most of the game. Only problem was he gave up a run in the first inning, and the Travelers did not answer with their first run until the 8th. And so the Travs today are going to try to bust out of a little bit of a slump. They'll be taking aim against right-hander Mark Kaiser, who will be making his third start for the Drillers, a record of 0-1 and a 6.55 ERA. Meanwhile, the Travs turn to James Holcomb to try to end this losing streak. Holcomb enters with no wins, 1 loss, and a respectable 3.09 earned run average. As we mentioned, things have cooled off considerably. We've been playing 92 degrees over the last 3 days, currently 80 degrees, and should even get into the mid-60s by the time this ball game is over, and then showers in the morning tomorrow before we finish off the series with Game 5. And so this might be the most comfortable evening that we've had for baseball all season since opening up the season in Springfield. So it is a very nice night to come out and check out the Travs here in their final season at Raywinder Field. Nice to have you with us on the ITT Technical Institute pregame show. Plenty to come up soon. Earning a degree may not be as difficult to fit into your life as you may think. The ITT Technical Institutes offer traditional or online programs, and you can learn more just by going online to itt-tech.edu. As I said, plenty more coming up next. We'll have a break and return with yesterday's Texas League box scores, the standings and the schedule, and the Ag Pro Angels Farm Report here on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress, headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Asheboro, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use directed.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Back on the ITT Technical Institute pregame show before the Travs get set to take on the Tulsa Drillers in Game 4 of this 5-game series. Phil Elson with you at Raywinder Field, checking out yesterday's Texas League box scores. Corpus Christi Hooks with a 4-2 victory over the Midland Rockhounds to pull Corpus at 6-6. Hook pitchers limited Midland to only 4 base hits in the game. Matt Albers went the first 7 innings on the mound for the Hooks, picking up his first Double-A win. And in those 7 innings, Albers gave up only those 4 hits, 2 runs. He struck out 4. And Highland Figueroa came on for the final 2 innings, earning his second save. Now, Corpus only collected 8 base hits in the game, 3 of them off the bat of their 3-hitter, Hunter Pence. And Pence also connected on his 5th home run of the year, which ties Rico Washington of Springfield for the league lead. Corpus Christi again with the win. They go to 6-6, with Midland falling to 7-5. Still 1 game ahead of Corpus and Frisco. The Rough Riders yesterday were 6-4 winners over the San Antonio Missions. That's 5 straight losses for the Missions after coming out of the gate pretty quickly. They had a record of 5-2 over the first 7 games, and now dropping 5 straight. Nick Massett was dominating in his second win for the Rough Riders. 7 innings of shutout ball, only 3 hits allowed, 3 walks. And Massett struck out 4. His record 2-0 with an ERA of 0.47. Corey came on for the final 2 outs, striking out both men he faced for his 3rd save. And the Rough Riders, with that victory, are now 6-6. San Antonio falls to 5-7. In the North Division, the Wichita Wranglers pulled out their 3rd win, defeating Springfield 7-5. Wichita took an early 6-0 lead and then held on for the win. Wranglers scored 5 runs in the 3rd inning, with Mitch Meyer connecting on a 3-run homer. He finished 3 for 4 and drove in 4 runs. Billy Butler was also 3 for 4 for the Wranglers. Springfield got a 2 for 3 evening, including a home run and 3 RBIs from their catcher, Iker Franco. Ryan Snare was the winner for the Wranglers. He gave up 5 runs in 5 innings for his 2nd win. Chris Lambert did not make it through the 3rd inning. Former Cardinal first-round pick gave up 6 runs on 8 hits plus 4 walks, all in 2 2/3. So checking the standings today, it's Tulsa with the best record in the league so far at 8 wins and 4 losses. 1 game ahead of 7-5 Springfield, with the Travs in 3rd place at 6-6. And the Wranglers still suffering from that tough start. They're 3-9, 5 games off the pace. In the South, Midland ahead of Corpus and Frisco by 1 game. The Hounds 7-5, and San Antonio pulling up in the rear, 5-7, with 2 games in back. Texas League action today, it's the Springfield Cardinals hosting Wichita the same time that our game begins. Kyle Middleton will pitch for the Wranglers against Stu Pomeranz. Frisco hosting San Antonio. First pitch in about 3 minutes. Cesar Jimenez pitching for the Missions. Frisco did not announce their starting pitcher. And we've got a game just starting in Midland. 6:30 first pitch. It's 0-0 Corpus Christi and Midland in Game 4 of that series. Now taking a look at the Angels Farm Report, brought to you by Ag Pro of Central Arkansas, located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England. The L.A. Angels start today's game at 7 wins, 7 losses, tied with Oakland for first in the West, 1 game ahead of the Texas Rangers. And the Angels today continue their road trip. They're at Minnesota, trying for their 2nd win in a row. It'll be Irvin Santana on the mound. Former Traveler is 1-0 with a 3.55 ERA. Kyle Loge takes the mound for the Minnesota Twins. He's 1-1 and an 8.44 earned run average. In the farm system of the Angels, Salt Lake, the AAA team, with a 4-2 victory over Tucson. Nick Gorneau with a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning, and it stood the rest of the way. Ryan Specht also added a couple of base hits. Texarkana native Dustin Mosley moves to 3-0. He struck out 6 and only gave up 1 earned run. Mosley is 3-0 with a 1.59 ERA. And scoreless innings each from Matt Wilhite, Jonathan Rowenhurst, and Greg Jones. And so the Salt Lake Bees with an impressive 4-2 victory over the Tucson Sidewinders. And that'll get the Stingers, who play in the Pacific Coast League North Division, to a record of 7-5, half a game back of Tacoma. Rancho Cucamonga in the California League yesterday lost to Lake Elsinore 4-2. That'll drop the Quakes into a first-place tie with Lake Elsinore at 7-4. Quakes only managed 2 base hits yesterday, one of them a homer by Matt Pally, who finished with both RBIs for Rancho Cucamonga. Nick Green took the loss, so he did strike out 5 in 4 innings. Green also walked 3, gave up 2 runs and 4 hits, and he falls to 2-1. Cedar Rapids, a 4-1 winner yesterday in the Midwest League over West Michigan. An outstanding job on the pitcher's mound by Nick Adenhart, a hard-throwing right-hander, goes to 2-0 with a 1.93 ERA. Adenhart is a kid that we're going to see here in Little Rock certainly at least next year, maybe at the tail end of this year, depending on how he does elsewhere in the organization. Adenhart struck out 8 in 6 2/3 scoreless innings, limiting West Michigan to the 3 hits and only 1 walk. And so Cedar Rapids, with 7 wins and 5 losses, are 1 game and back at first place in the Midwest League Western Division. That's the Angels Farm Report, brought to you by AgPro of Central Arkansas. Located in Pine Bluff, Maumelle, Stuttgart, and England, AgPro is proud to feature outstanding John Deere products. In fact, you can sign up for a demo of some of John Deere's best equipment at AgPro's website, which is agprocompanies.com. First pitch coming up in about 10 minutes. We'll have the starting lineup for you in 2 segments. Coming up soon, we'll have the Major League Baseball scoreboard, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. That'll be right after this on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better because 2 great companies have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SPC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with voice services, digital satellite TV, high-speed internet, and singular wireless. Learn more at thenewatt.com. Introducing the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Hey, nobody said quitting smoking was easy, but others have done it, and you can too, with help from the SOS Quit line, 1-866-NOW-QUIT. They'll give you the help you need to kick the tobacco habit. It's free, and it's free of nagging and preaching, too. So call 1-866-NOW-QUIT and get the help you need. What have you got to lose, besides the most dangerous habit you've ever had? 1-866-NOW-QUIT. Call now.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back at Raywinder Field on the ITT Tech pregame show, I'm Phil Elson on Little Rock ESPN 1380. A reminder, baseball fans, that Bachelor of Science degrees are available in a number of fields from ITT Technical Institute. And they got one right here in Little Rock. But if you'd like to learn more first, go online to itt-tech.edu. A look at the Southwest Airlines Major League scoreboard shows 4 finals in the National League today and 2 in the American League. Cincinnati with a comeback win over Florida, needing 5 runs over the last 3 innings to pull out a 9-8 victory. Reds are now 9-6. The Fish fall to 4-10. The Fish hit 4 homers in the game. Miguel Cabrera, Miguel Olivo, Abercrombie, and Dan Ugla. Coffey the winner. Wellmeyer took the loss. Meanwhile, the St. Louis Cardinals blanked the Pirates 4-0 on 2 hits. Chris Carpenter went 8 innings for his 2nd win of the year, and the Cardinals also got home runs from Jim Edmonds and David Eckstein. Victor Santos took the loss. He falls to 1-3. Atlanta Braves, a 2-1 winner over the New York Mets today. Tim Hudson out pitching Tom Glavine in the classic pitchers duel. Andrew Jones hit his 8th home run of the season. And San Diego scored 5 runs in the 8th inning to finish with 21 base hits and a 13-4 win over the Colorado Rockies. No home runs for San Diego in that game, but all 8 of their position players did collect at least 1 base hit. Winning pitcher Chan-Ho Park and Zach Day took the loss. The White Sox shut out Kansas City 4-0, with Javier Vazquez earning his first win as a White Sox player. Bobby Jenks saved his 6th. Juan Uribe hit his first home run of the year, and the Yankees were 3-1 winners at Toronto. Mike Mussina picking up his 2nd win. Mo Rivera, 2nd save. Alex Rodriguez hit his 5th home run. Turn up the crowd microphone, let you hear the Star Spangled Banner.
Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Apollo 13. Great films known for their award-winning special effects. To create the magic, Hollywood hires companies like Industrial Light and Magic. Industrial Light and Magic hires imaginative people like Aaron Fowle. Before he was a master of special effects, he was a media communications student at Webster University in St. Louis, where his talent took off.
Today, he inspires the imagination at DreamWorks SKG. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard credit card. Cash back, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For a limited time, we'll give you 1,000 rewards points, and you'll get a low 2.9% annual percentage rate on qualifying purchases. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at afcu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
It's Ryan Church and Levon Hernandez for Washington. Angels at Minnesota tonight with Irvin Santana trying for a second win, and Kyle Lowe's matching him up with 1 win and 1 loss. The Detroit Tigers and the Oakland A's at McAfee Coliseum. It's Kenny Rogers for the Tigers against Joe Blanton. Texas and Seattle out at Safeco today. Rangers have won 4 of 5. They'll send Kevin Millwood against Jamie Moyer. National League games later on, starting in about, now, Houston and Milwaukee in Houston. Chris Capuano and Andy Pettit, the starting pitchers, each of them with a record of 1 and 2. Giants visiting Arizona today, sending rookie Matt Cain against former El Paso right-hander Brandon Webb. And the Cubs and the LA Dodgers tonight at Dodger Stadium. Sean Marshall for the Cubbies. Brad Penny jumped out of the gate quickly with a 2-0 record and a 1.50 ERA. It'll be Penny pitching for the LA Dodgers. We're at the starting lineup announced to the fans here at Ray Winder Field, so that means we'll take one more break. We'll come back with a starting lineup for the Travelers and the Drillers. Game 4 of the series right after these words on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out ATT.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if ATT.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at ATT.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T, your world, delivered.
Taxes, levy charges, newsletter, universal service cost recovery fiesta. High-speed internet will credit applied after premium paid service and please check US.cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
In sports, a cheer can be a great way to get your team pumped up. Here at FedEx, we want you to be pumped up about shipping with FedEx Ground, so we thought we'd do a little cheer of our own. Is everyone ready? Then let's get this party started.
Ready, let's go! Hey, people, and stand, get up and clap for
FedEx Ground.
Hey, people, and stand, get up and clap.
Your feet. Because FedEx Ground is a reliable and cost-effective way to handle all your day-to-day shipping needs. FedEx Ground. FedEx Ground. That was sticky fresh. I do not know about you, but I am pumped to the max. Woo-hoo! For more information, go to FedEx.com. Relax. It's FedEx.
KDXE, North Little Rock.
Welcome back to Ray Winder Field. The Travs have taken their positions. Let's get to the starting lineup. We will begin with the Tulsa Drillers, the AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. With 8 wins and 4 losses, they're in first place by 1 game over Springfield and 2 ahead of the Travelers. Troy Tulowitski leads off after missing the last 2 games. That's been hit on the knee with a fastball on Sunday. Tulowitski at shortstop. Batting second is center fielder Seth Smith. Ian Stewart hitting third, playing third base. Judge Thigpen in the cleanup role today for Tulsa in left field. Batting fifth and at first base, Joe Koshansky. Christian Colonel in the 6th hole. He'll be in right field. Matt Macri is in the 7th spot, and he's at second base. Catching and batting 8th, Chris Ianetta. And Doug Bernier getting his first start ever as a designated hitter, batting 9th. Arkansas Travelers, 6 wins, 6 losses. The AA affiliate of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim have Dwayne Bacon leading off, playing center field. Aaron Pio back in his customary 2 spot and playing left. Brandon Wood at shortstop is going to bat third today with Matt Brown, the DH, in the 4th spot. Batting 5th for the first time this year is Eric Rodlin. He'll be at second base. Rodlin, 7-game hitting streak, longest current streak for the Travs. Bobby Wilson in the 6th hole is catching. Jason Espedo bats 7th, plays right field. Greg Porter will hit 8th. He's at first base. And Casey Smith, the Travelers' third baseman, rounds out the starting 9. Starting pitcher for the Drillers, right-hander Mark Kaiser. It's our first look at Kaiser this year. 10th round selection out of Lewis and Clark State. 23 years old. Career record 21 and 21. An ERA at about 4. And it's James Holcomb for the Arkansas Travelers. 6'5", 190 pounds when he signed. He's up to 210 these days. Holcomb, 14 wins, 15 losses in a career with an earned run average at 4.35. This year he's 0-1, 3.72 ERA. This will be his third AA start. And it's Tulowitski into the batter's box. Here's the first pitch of the night. It is a fastball for a called strike. And we're underway right on the button at 7:10. Game time temperature this evening is 80 degrees. Here comes the 0-1 to Tulowitski, and he smacks the line drive base hit towards the right field corner. That's going to go all the way to the fence. And Tulowitski, who had 3 hits on Sunday, coached into second base with a stand-up double. So the Tulsa Drillers, who got a leadoff double in the first inning yesterday, did the same thing here on Wednesday night. And for Tulowitski, it is his 7th double of the year. He had been hit on the left knee on one of the first pitches of the game on Sunday. Tulowitski was still well enough to continue as a designated hitter and finish 3 for 4. But after sitting out Monday and Tuesday, certainly looks like that knee is giving him no problem as he collects a double in just the second pitch of the night. So Seth Smith will come up to the plate. It was Smith who was the leadoff batter yesterday with the double and eventually came around to score. Left-hand batter, and Holcomb is setting underneath the belt. Pitch on the way, and Smith takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Balls and strikes today are called by Art Vandelay, Kenny Banya at third base, and Cale Varnson calling the outs at first. 0-0 score. We're just underway in the top of the first inning. Casey Smith, the Travelers' third baseman, playing up a little bit, just in case Smith tries to bunt. Here's the pitch. He'll swing at it, ground towards first base, off Greg Porter's shoulder, ricochets into foul territory. Safe at first is Smith. Safe at third is Tulowitski. Charge and error to Greg Porter. So says the official scorer. So, runners at the corners and nobody out. Not a great start to this game already for the Arkansas Travelers. Well, things happening almost like they did yesterday. Leadoff double, then an error. For Porter, who has been much stronger in the field at first base recently. I believe that's his first error of the year. And no, that is his second error of the season. The batter is Ian Stewart. Stewart, a left-hand batter who knocked in the first run in the first inning yesterday. Here's a pitch, and he'll take it under the knees for ball 1. Traveler infield will look to turn a double play, so they'll give up the run for 2 outs. Holcomb hasn't had any double plays turned behind him yet. James with a decent fastball in the high 80s, curveball, changeup. Under the belt he is, and now the 1-0 to Stewart is a fastball low and outside, 2-0. Tulowitski at third. He led the game off with a double. Smith at first, reached on Porter's error. Stewart, the batter, hitting .320, 1 homer and 11 RBI. He's knocked in 5 runs in the previous 3 games of this series. Holcomb behind 2-0, and the 2-0 pitch is swung on and popped up in a shallow left field. Wood is out from shortstop. Teal is in from left. Teal's going to make the catch. He does so. The runners hold. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's a good one. So that'll keep the runners at bay. Tulowitski at third, Smith at first. Nice job by Holcomb on a 2-0 count, no less, getting Stewart to pop up. He's been a tough out. Now the 4-hitter, Judge Thigpen, is called up to the plate. More numbers on Holcomb this year. He's now given up 13 hits in 10 innings. 7 runs, 4 of them earned. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Hasn't had a home run hit off him yet. Thigpen hasn't hit a homer yet. He's hitting .250 with 5 RBI. right-hand batter. And the Travs will, again, try to turn 2 to get out of the inning now. From the stretch is Holcomb, and now the pitch is on the way, and it's a fastball for strike 1. Big Ben was 1 for 4 yesterday, and he did hit into a double play. The only one the Travs turned in yesterday's game. Here's the 0-1. It's a curve at the knees called strike 2. Nice sharp break to that one. And quickly, Holcomb is ahead of the 4-hitter, Big Ben. Rather outfield from left to right, Teal, Bacon, and Esposito. They are shading Big Ben towards right center field. Big corner and left. The 0-2 on the way. And a little under the knees, perhaps inside as well, but it was close. Ball 1 on Big Ben. Big Ben's driven in 5 runs this year. He got a sac fly in the first game of the series on Sunday. Even though he had 4 hits Monday, did not get any RBI opportunities. Holcomb is ready. He'll throw over to first base to check on Smith, and he's back in there. No play. Joe Koshansky on deck. One of those power hitters on the Drillers lineup. Holcomb sets. The kick and the 1-2 to Big Ben hit him on the left shoulder. So that'll load the bases. Now you can see what James was trying to do, come inside with a fastball and trying to jam Big Ben, maybe get that ground ball to turn the double play with. But it ran a little bit off of his fingers too much. And bore right inside on Big Ben. Got him up on that left shoulder. And so the bases are loaded for the Drillers with 1 away, and here's Koshansky at the plate. For Holcomb, that is the 3rd batter he's hit this year. He's only walked 1 man in 10 innings, but he has hit 3 men. Koshansky is left-handed, and the first pitch on the way, it's a changeup, and it's fluttered a little bit outside, ball 1. Koshansky is hitting .265 with 2 homers, including 1 on Monday. 7 runs batted in, and he's also scored 9 times. He certainly could be a double play candidate. Holcomb ready, and the 1-0 pitch is fouled off. Nice fastball, and Koshansky started the swing a little bit late. Now, the Travelers haven't had many opportunities in the early part of the season with the bases loaded. And it's only the 7th time that a pitcher from the Travelers has had to face the bases loaded, but Arkansas has had only 3 chances with them loaded at the plate. Here's the 1-1 to Koshansky. A swing and a high fly ball towards the right field fence. Going back, Jason Esposito. It's over his head. Hits the base of the fence. Tulowitski scores. Smith around third. He'll score on a double by Joe Koshansky, and it's 2-0 Tulsa. So the Drillers, for the most part, have just started this game where they left off yesterday, rallying. They scored 4 runs in the 8th and 9th innings combined in the win yesterday over the Travs, and now the Drillers with 2 runs on 1 error and 2 hits here in inning number 1. And they keep the pressure on Holcomb. Still just 1 out. First base open with Drillers at 2nd and 3rd for the 6-hitter Christian Colonel. Well, now the Travelers have to play for the out at home. And you never want to be stuck in a situation like this in the first inning, desperately needing to get it out at the plate. Colonel, a right-hander, hitting .222. The infield up, and the pitch is popped up on the infield. It'll go in back of second base, and Brandon Wood making the call. 2 feet on the outfield grass. He makes the catch, and that's out number 2. So now you can forget about the out at the plate. And James Holcomb can worry about Matt Macri. Macri, the 7-hitter. And this Tulsa lineup has been different one day to the next. I mean, Macri is hitting in the 7th spot for the 2nd time in this series, but he's also batted leadoff. He's batted second in the order. And it seems that this Driller roster has a lineup of interchangeable parts, at least 1 through 9 in the batting order. Macri is right-handed, and Holcomb delivers, and it's fouled straight back, strike 1. The RBIs for Koshansky, 8 and 9, and now with 4 RBI over the series. Drillers have now put up 20 runs in 4 games against the Travs. Arkansas has managed just 10. 0-1 to Macri, a .250 hitter, 1 homer, 4 runs batted in. Holcomb's 0-1 is on the way, and the fastball is just a little low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, the Travelers give the left field corner to the right-handed batter. Peel is playing towards the gap to cut off anything towards the power alley. The pitch on the way, and the changeup was fouled at the plate by Macri. It was a check swing Didn't mean to hit it, but it bounced off to the right side after hitting the bat, and it is 1-2 to Macri. Trailing 2-0 in the top of the first. That's manageable for the Travs, but if Macri collects a base hit, that would make it 4-0. And certainly put a lot of pressure on the Arkansas offense. Big pitch here. The 1-2 is a changeup. Strike 3 called as it snapped over the outside corner, and a big strikeout there for Holcomb. That'll end the inning for the Drillers. They do score 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. There were 2 men stranded. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. The Drillers in front 2-0 over the Travs on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
A traveler nearing a great city asked an old man seated by the road, "What are the people like in the city?" Well, the man asked, "What were they like where you came from?" The traveler said, "They were horrible, mean, unworthy, detestable in all respects." "Ah," said the old man, "you'll find them the same in the city ahead." Scarcely had the first traveler gone on his way when another stopped to inquire about the people in the city before him. Again, the old man asked about the people in the place the traveler had just left. "They were fine people, honest, industrious, and generous to a fault," declared the second traveler. "I was sorry to leave." The old man responded, "That's exactly how you'll find the people here." I'm Mark Evans, pastor of the Church at Rock Creek. You know, the way people see others is really just a reflection of themselves.
For more information, call 225-8684 or look on the web at www.churchatrockcreek.org.
You are witnessing some intense pain here, folks. Throbbing muscles, swollen joints. This is pure torture. We're talking total body suffering. Not even the internal organs are...
Bob, the game hasn't started yet.
Game? I'm talking about me.
Don't let orthopedic discomfort interrupt your life. Learn to manage it with Baptist Health in Ortho, Arkansas, the state's leaders in orthopedic medicine. To reach a specialist or for more information, call Baptist Health Helpline at 227-8478 and get back in the game.
Oh, I can feel that hit up here.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Well, the Travs have their work cut out for them for the moment, trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the first inning. That's before they even get a chance to hit. Travs over the last couple of days have managed only 13 hits and 4 runs in 20 innings of baseball. Offense has sputtered a little bit, and certainly the Drillers, pitching staff, and their fielders deserve a lot of the credit. Wayne Bacon up to the plate for the Travelers, switch-hitting center fielder. Will bat from the left side, square around, and take the pitch up high from Mark Kaiser, making his third Double-A appearance. Aaron Teal and Brandon Wood will follow Bacon. A wind-up in a 1-0 pitch, showing bunt. He chopped at it and bunted it off the plate, bounced back up and hit Dwayne Fatt while he was still in the box. So it's a foul ball, and the count is 1-1. The first look at Mark Kaiser, 6'2", 205 pounds. Kaiser out of Reno, Nevada. The 1-1 pitch on the way. And it's fouled off by Bacon into the seats, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Actually, both of our starting pitchers today, Kaiser and Holcomb, both are from Reno, Nevada. Biggest little city in the world has 2 pitchers facing off in Little Rock. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bacon, a 204 hitter. And the pitch on the way from Kaiser, beat into the ground toward second base. 2 bounces for Macri. The flip to first is in time, and Bacon is gone. Wayne 2 for 13 in the series, and this will bring Aaron Teal to the plate. Kaiser selected in the 10th round in the 03 draft out of Lewis and Clark State. Best season was 2004 with Asheville. He went 11-11 with a 4.33 ERA. Teal up to the plate, right-handed batter. First pitch is at the knees, a strike on a slider, 0-1. Aaron without a hit in the series. He did sit out on Monday. He's 0 for 9, counting Sunday and yesterday. The 0-1 pitch is under the knees, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Brandon Wood comes on deck for the Travs. 2-0 Drillers, bottom of the first. Kaiser with a leg kick. The 1-1 pitch to Teal is hit in the air, shallow left center field. Big Ben coming in, then he makes the running catch, route number 2. Big Ben just seems to be positioned in the right place at the right time all series long. He has made fine plays in the outfield look a little easier just because of where he's been positioned. And remember, he made that game-saving catch for the Drillers for the final out of Sunday's game. The Travs had the tying run at second base with 2 outs in the ninth. Brandon Wood up to the plate for the Travs, and base is empty for him. Kaiser comes high and tight with heat for ball 1. Wood, 292 average, 2 homers, 18 RBI. Decent numbers. The strikeouts have gone up a little bit. 1-0 to Wood, a slider, strike 1 called. Brandon started his game yesterday with a base hit to left, but then struck out in his last 3 at-bats. He's whipped 12 times in the last 7 games. The 1-1 is low, and it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wood was the DH yesterday, and back at shortstop tonight. Trying to see if the Travs can't get a little 2-out lightning in inning number 1. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed as Kaiser goes to the slider. And that's the pitch it seems that Brandon's having the most trouble with. Here comes Kaiser's 2-2. And Brandon fouls it in the air over first base, out of play. Kaiser has struck out 9 batters in 11 2/3 innings, surrendering 14 hits, 3 home runs. He's walked just 1 man, but he did throw 4 wild pitches in his last start. The 2-2 to Wood is a slider, and he pops it up to shallow right field, and that's going to get in for a base hit. I'm not quite sure how Brandon fought the ball off. Beautiful piece of hitting as Kaiser went to the slider, and he broke it in on Brandon's hand. Somehow he inside out of the ball, and it was a little looper that Macri tried to get out from second base, but he wasn't able to get out in time. Not too much height on that little pop-up, but just enough to get between Macri and Colonel. So a 2-out single puts Wood aboard. And again, that was an interesting-looking piece of hitting. Here comes Matt Brown, and Brown gets his spot as the DH today. Waiting for the music to stop, he'll step into the box. Right-hand hitter, leading the Travs with a .388 average, 3 homers, and 10 runs scored. It's on the way to Matt. He swings and lines it towards right field, and that's in for a base hit. Wood will stop at second base and try to throw behind him, but he was able to put on the brakes and get back in time. So Travs have collected consecutive 2-out singles by Wood and Brown, giving Eric Rodlin a chance. At the moment, Rodlin is the hottest hitter on the Arkansas roster. 7-game hitting streak with 11 hits over that time and 5 RBI. Eric has moved his stock on the Traveler batting order up quite a bit. He started the season batting 8th or 9th. Last couple of days, he'd been batting in the number 2 hole, while Aaron Teel had a day off and spent yesterday in the 7th spot. But today, Eric Rodlin is right there in the middle of the order in an RBI spot, and he's got that chance right here to try to get the Travs a run. 2 on, 2 out, and here's a pitch. They'll take a pitch in the dirt. It bounces off to the right side. It'll be a wild pitch. The runners move up. Wood to third, and Brown to second. And boy, you can see where Kaiser has some trouble with a split-fingered pitch, throwing that pitch into the dirt. And, yeah, you got to trust your catcher, but it's going to be a lot of wild pitches for him. 5 wild pitches for Kaiser in 2 games now. And now the Travs have the tying runs in scoring position for Rodlin, who's hitting .344 with 5 RBI. All those runs batted in coming over the hit streak. Kaiser goes to the windup. His 1-0 to Rodlin is a strike on the inside corner with a slider, and it's 1-1. Driller infield will play deep all the way around, and the outfield not really giving any room towards the gaps or the corners. The windup, Kaiser's 1-1 to Rodlin is low. He went back to the breaking ball, and it's 2-1. Rodlin hasn't been positioned in many RBI slots in the batting order throughout his career. Basically been in the bottom 3 slots while he was with the Tigers. The 2-1 pitch, and he beats it into the ground to second base. Macri takes it on a big bounce, almost got over him, but he's able to stay with it, throw to first, and end the Travelers' first inning. So the Travs had a chance with 2 base hits, but they also leave 2 men in scoring position. And we go to the second inning. It's 2-0 Tulsa on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Did you know that more than 250 Arkansans are currently awaiting an organ transplant? And did you know that every 16 minutes, a new name is added to the organ transplant waiting list? You can help to reduce these numbers by registering to become an organ donor. Call the Arkansas Regional Organ Recovery Agency at 866-660-5433 or visit the Aurora website at www.arora.org to learn more. Become an organ donor. Give hope. In today's today's busy world, who has time for questions? Where to go, how to get there, what to eat? With over 30 locations in central, north central, and northeast Arkansas, Double B's has the answers. Double B's makes it easy to stop in and get on with your day, wherever you are. Start your day with Double B's Coffee Cafe. Gourmet coffee, better than most coffee houses. Grab lunch on the go with delicious selections from Quiznos, Pizza Pro, Baskin Robbins, Chester's Fried Chicken, or Subway. Clean your auto with a car wash. And all Double B's locations feature pay-at-the-pump technology, so you're back on the road in no time. Make the most of your time and stop worrying about life's little questions. We've got the answers at Double B's.
Dr. Pepper, the taste of originality, Dr. Pepper. Salute individuality, Dr. Pepper. Do what you do, your moment has come. You're not like anyone. Nothing better, Dr. Pepper.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
We return to Raymonder Field for the top of inning number 2. I'm Phil Elson on a beautiful day for baseball. This is actually the nicest day, I think, that we've had for baseball in the young season. 80 degrees, soft breeze, not a single cloud in the sky. Not so hot, you're not sweating right through your clothes. So this is the kind of weather we like for early season baseball. However, the scoreboard doesn't look so good right now. 2-0 Tulsa, top of the second. The Drillers have Chris Ianetta, their 8-hitter, leading off, and James Holcomb delivers outside for ball 1. Trapper manager Ty Boykin, a big fan of James Holcomb, likes to work fast, throw a lot of strikes. The 1-0 to Ianetta, just a little outside, a close one there. It's 2-0. Ianetta hitting at .310, no homers, 2 RBIs. Second start as a catcher in this series. He was a DH last night. 2-0 pitch, ground ball up the middle, and it's into center field for a base hit. Eric Rodlin's thought he had a chance at it, but realized just before he started to dive that it was going to be past him by quite a bit of a margin. So base hit number 3 for the Drillers, Ianetta with his third of the series, and now Doug Bernier stands in. So yeah, Holcomb doesn't seem to be the kind of pitcher that really beats himself very much. Doesn't put a lot of men on base himself. Now, he has hit 3 men, but again, just the 1 walk. But a lot of base hits. Now 15 hits off Holcomb in 9 2/3 innings this year. Bernier waiting, and the first pitch pumped right down the middle, strike 1. Doug Bernier getting his first start as a designated hitter ever. Very rare to see a DH batting in the number 9 spot. It tells you that the Drillers have some troubles with injury. Pitch on the way from Holcomb. Down and in, ball 1. Just today did the Drillers get Tulowitski back. Tulowitski is shortstop, and that's Bernier's position. They're still missing Jordan Zarnicki. Zarnicki out with flu-like symptoms for the 3rd straight game. 1-1 to Bernier is swung on and fouled to the underside of the roof on the first base side. Everyone gets out of the way as it ricocheted into the 12th row. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bernier. 2-0 Drillers, top of the second. Game 4 of this series, and the Travs trying for their first win of the year at home. Great home team last year. The Travs having some trouble hitting the ball against the Drillers. The end of the stretch, Holcomb. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And it's a curve, but it's low. Good eye by Bernier. A lot of movement on the pitch from Holcomb. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bernier, classic good field, not much hit shortstop, but he's hitting .368 in 9 games to start the year. Here's a 2-2. Fastball, just a little low, ball 3. Then some really close pitches here from Holcomb. Not getting all the calls. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Bernier. Ianetta at first base. Nobody out. Top of the order next, that's Tulowitski, and he's just crushed the ball this series. So this is a very big pitch coming up from Holcomb. And here is the payoff. Runner holding. Pitch is hit in the air towards the right field corner, slicing away from Espedo, and it is foul. Bernier will come back to the plate. Over to first base goes Ianetta. Looked like Holcomb came with a slider on the outside half of the plate. Bernier was content to just flip the wrist and stay alive. That was about 3 feet away from landing in fair territory. A 3-2, and the runner going this time. It's a swing and a tip at the plate, and that is going to keep this at bat alive. Good break by Ianetta. It's tough to get a read on this Drillers team. They disguise their intent pretty well on hit and run, stolen base. And they do possess the power to lay back and wait for the 3-run homer. Another 3-2. Ianetta on the move. It is high, ball 4. A good at-bat by Bernier. He really forced James Holcomb to work deep into the count. And now there's 2 on and nobody out. To the top of the order, here's Troy Tulowitski. In the Rockies, very high on Tulowitski. Years old from Santa Clara, California. Right-hand batter with 2 on and a pitch on the way. He's not going to bunt. He takes a strike with a slider on the outside corner, 0-1. First-round pick of the Rockies in last year's draft. Hit .266 in 22 games last season. Hitting it over .311 now this year. The 0-1, he shows bunt, and it's a fastball for strike 2. So Tulowitski unable to get the bunt down, didn't offer at it. Tulowitski, a former teammate at Long Beach State of Jared Weaver. A 3-year starter and a 2-time All-American. Holcomb's 0-2 pitch to Tulowitski is low and away, and it's a close pitch once again, ball 1. Infielders a double play depth. They could use one. Nobody out. Third base open. Ianetta at second and Bernier at first. Holcomb a glance at second. Now the 1-2 is a curve, and it's hit in the outer center field. Bacon back a few steps, and he reaches back and makes the catch. He misread it off of the bat, but able to bring it in after backpedaling. And on the play, Ianetta advances to third base. Bernier will hold it first. And a line out by Tulowitski has put runners at the corners with 1 away. Wayne got turned around a little bit as he went back for the ball towards the track. And it looked like it sliced off of Tulowitski's bat and sort of started moving towards the right field area and away from Bacon. But he was able to make the catch. So with his momentum going backward, it may have cost him a chance to get the out at third base. So, first and third for Smith. Smith was safe in the first inning on a fielding error by Greg Porter, so he did hit the ball hard. There's a throw to first base, and back in there's Bernier. They expect to see the Drillers hit and run. Although 3 Driller base runners were caught stealing yesterday by Bobby Wilson, they'd just like to stay out of the double play. Holcomb is coming home with a first pitch to Smith, and the fastball for a strike. Wilson fires to third base, tried to pick off Ianetta. Good throw, but a little late. It is an 0-1 count on Smith. Smith 6 for 15 in the series with 4 RBIs. All 4 RBIs collected this year. And trying to extend the Drillers' current 2-0 lead. Holcomb ready, and the 0-1 count. The kick and the pitch. And Smith pops it up over third base. Casey Smith is giving chase over the visiting bullpen. Over by the mound, he couldn't catch it. Would have been a spectacular catch if he could make the catch, but it continued to go out towards the bullpen, and Smith had to go up on the mound, had his back to the field. Not quite sure if he was able to see the ball coming down, but he reached out, and the ball slightly eluded him. 2 strikes to count on Smith. Inning started with a single by Ianetta. Bernier walked. Tulowitski's line out to center moved Ianetta to third. And now Holcomb ahead of Smith 0-2. He's registered 1 strikeout today. And here's the pitch. Smith takes it, and it hit him. He went to the curveball, and that's the second batter that James has hit today. Each time that he's hit a batter, it's low to the bases. He plunked Judd Thigpen in the first. Does so to Smith here in the second. And for the second inning in a row, the Drillers have the bases loaded with only 1 out. They brought home 2 runs in the first in the same spot. And we'll see what happens with Ian Stewart at the plate. Stewart flied out to left field in the first inning, and it came on a hitter's count on a 2-0 pitch. Here is the first pitch now to Stewart, and he takes it for strike one. Slider from Holcomb right at the knee. James finds the sign from Wilson. And the 0-1 is hit on the ground towards Porter at first. He plays it. He throws the second one out. The relay over to first with Holcomb covering. His foot is on the bag. Rack him up for the double play. And that'll end the second inning. And it looks, folks, that the Travs may have gotten away with one. I'm not sure if Holcomb's foot was on first base or not. But the first base umpire makes the call. It will stand. It goes 3-6-1. And the Drillers do not score in the second inning. They did get one hit. They strand two. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and it's still 2-0 Tulsa on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
The romance begins at Cupid's. Choose from Central Arkansas's largest selection of apparel and lingerie in every size, style, and color. And don't forget the wide selection of menswear, toys, massage oil, and lotion. It's Cupid's Lingerie and more. 2585 Donaghy Street in the Townsend Plaza, Conway, 65th and Scott Hamilton, and 9700 North Rodney Perelman in Little Rock, plus 3360 Central Avenue in Hot Springs. Just look for the purple neon hearts, and you'll know you're in the right place. Cupid's Lingerie and more.
Hey, fans, it's easy to get discount tickets to Travs games all year thanks to Ready Ice. Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice presents Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Winder Field. Just pick up a discount coupon for any Wednesday Travs home game anywhere Ready Ice is sold, like most Shell and Exxon gas stations. Bring the coupons to the Travs box office for $3 general admission tickets to any Wednesday home game. That's Ready Ice Wednesdays at Wayne Winder Field all season long. Thanks to Arkansas's #1 ice company, Ready Ice.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the second inning about to start here at Ray Winder Field. Drillers 2, Travelers nothing. Greg Porter with a very nice play on a hard-hit ground ball. Plus, he had to make that pivot being a right-hand thrower. He had a good throw to second base, and as I mentioned at the tail end of that play, from up here in the press box, it looked like James Holcomb's foot was not on the base. Now, the first base umpire, his view was blocked of the foot that he thought was on the base, so Travelers did get a call there. Bobby Wilson leading off the second for the Travs. First pitch from Kaiser is in there for a strike. Count is 0-1, and the Travs backstop is hitting 6th on the order, followed by Jason Espedo and Greg Porter. 0-1 to Wilson is outside, a slider, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bobby Wilson yesterday caught a wonderful game. Here's a 1-1. And they'll check the swing and a curve, and they will not appeal. It's low, ball 2. Bobby threw out 3 men attempting to steal, worked very nicely with Steven Shell. But he went without a base hit, finishing 0 for 3. Wilson hitting .303, no homers, and 2 runs driven in. A little bit of a delay in action now. Catcher looking for a rosin bag. And instead, they look over on the Travelers dugout. See, that's where the rosin bag is located. So Jason Espedo tossed it out to Kaiser. Stopped it with his hand, and a plume of white resin came out of that. It dissipates, and the pitch is chopped towards second base. 2 hops for Macri. Backpedaling, leaps to bring down that second bounce. Comes down with the ball and flips the first for the out, and Wilson is gone. There's 1 out. That'll bring Espedo to the plate. Well, McCree's had 2 errors in this series at second base, and he's already been tested a few times today. The third play that he's had to handle. Each of them have been different. One of them was more of a routine ground ball, but the other 2 have been some interesting hops on second base. Here's Espedo. First pitch, swing and a miss on a slider, strike 1. We haven't yet seen that old ghost of Ray Winder, which seems to make bad hop after bad hop here on the infield surface. But it'll come sooner or later. The 0-1 is a called strike on the inside corner, a slider from Kaiser, and it's 0-2. Espedo is 1 for 12 over the series. And the pitch on the way. He swings and grounds to the hole at short. Tulowitski gets in there, gets in front of the ball, picks it up, and fires over to first base for an impressive out. 6-3, that'll go. And Tulowitski showed off a lot of range. He moved very quickly to his right and made sure to stay in front of the ball rather than backhanded it. And so he still had his weight underneath him, and the throw was right on the money and had a lot on it. Well, that was a very impressive play. 3 straight outs recorded by Kaiser. 2 of them here in the second inning, and now Greg Porter stepping up. Porter, who did not play yesterday, is hitting .290 with 1 homer and 4 RBI. Here's a pitch to him, and he swings and grounds it hard right to the shortstop. Tulowitski has an easier play this time. He flips across the diamond to retire Porter, and the Travelers are finished in the second. They go down 1-2-3. That'll take us into the top of inning number 3, and it's 2-0 Tulsa. This is Traveler Baseball on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
When good spark plugs go bad, even a drive in the country is in jeopardy.
A spark plug lets you catch a over some performance anxiety.
I don't understand. This never happened before.
Yeah, whatever.
Her performance letting you down?
Who's this guy?
Autolite XT Extreme Performance Spark Plug, ma'am.
You seem different from the other spark plugs.
I have iridium-enhanced fine wire technology for faster ignition and optimum performance.
Ooh, that's hot.
Autolite, it's time to change your plug.
About 3 months ago, I put a new shaft in my driver. And let me tell you, I am hitting the ball 18 yards farther than I have ever hit in my life. It's the Mitsubishi Rayon Diamante shaft, and it's also won 8 times on the tour this year, including the Masters. For 20 years, Mitsubishi Rayon has built the high-performance shaft in Japan, and now they brought it to America. The Diamante is available in 6 different weights from 53 to 103 grams and multiple flexes. Go to MitsubishiRayonGolf.com, and you, too, can start hitting the ball farther than you've ever hit it in your life. I guarantee it.
It's ironic. They're called answering machines, but they never give you answers. Oh, sure, they tell you so-and-so isn't here right now, but you have no idea where they went or when they'll be back. Of course, with Geico, you won't talk to an answering machine. They have thousands of car insurance specialists standing by, so you always get answers from a real live person. No wondering, no waiting, no irony.
Geico's customer satisfaction stands at 97%. How would you rate your car insurance company? Geico, 1-800-947-AUTO.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Back at Raywinder Field for the start of inning number 3. The Tulsa Drillers 2, the Arkansas Travelers nothing. 4th game of a 5-game series. Tulsa has won the first 3. Judd Thigpen leading off the 3rd. And Holcomb will deliver from the windup, and Thigpen fires it straight back into the screen with a swing. Strike 1. James Holcomb in 2 innings has allowed 3 hits. He's hit 2 batters, walked another. He has stranded 4 and allowed the 2 runs. Pitch on the way, and it is low. A curveball missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big bench, Koshansky and Colonel here in the 3rd. Holcomb's 1-1 pitch. Here's a changeup, hung right down the middle, and Thigpen takes strike 2. Thigpen was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning. He would make it to 3rd, but was left there. The 1-2 on the way, and he swings and pops it up. A little flare towards Eric Rodlin. He cuts in front of Greg Porter to make the catch, and that is the first leadoff batter retired since the 8th inning yesterday. That'll bring up Joe Koshansky. Koshansky's had some big at-bats over the last 2 days. Bases loaded double in the 1st inning, gave the Drillers a 2-0 lead. And then yesterday, he put the Drillers up by 3 runs with an RBI single in the 8th. Left-handed batter, but this time the bases are empty. And his first pitch, he slices it in the air towards the left field line. It's going to stay fair. Aaron Peel, who was playing over to the left field gap, is fooled by that one. Has to go over to the line, pick it up now, and fire to the infield. But Koshansky is already at second base with his second 2-base hit of the night. Sign of a good hitter. Koshansky saw that the Travelers were giving him the entire left field line, and that's exactly where he put the ball. So Koshansky, who came into this game with 2 doubles in 12 games, has a double in each of his first 2 at-bats tonight. Now Christian Colonel stands in, and he'll try to give the Drillers a 3-0 lead. With 1 out, a pitch on the way, and he swings and hits it hard through Brandon Wood at shortstop. It goes into left field. Koshansky will only be able to get to third base on that play, and it's going to be the second error of the evening on the Arkansas Travelers. For Wood, it'll be his 6th error. The ball was hit not directly at him. He had to take a step to his right, and he tried to backhand the ball, but it got underneath the glove, sort of stabbed at it. And so the Drillers threatening once again. They've got first and third, one out for Matt Macri. Well, Holcomb got out of the second inning with a double play, and he'll have to get one here to do the same. Macri was called out on strikes in the first inning, stranding two men. Right-handed batter. And Holcomb is set. He comes home. Macri takes a slider for a strike. It's 0-1. This would be the right batter to get the double play against. He hit into two double plays in this series. And the infielder's looking for two. Holcomb gets a look at first base as he's set. The right-hander's 0-1 to Macri. Is lifted in the air. A line drive to the left fielder, Aaron Peel. He'll glove it. Koshansky coming home to score to make it 3-0. Peel's throw goes to second, holding Colonel at first base. So it'll be a sacrifice fly for Macri, knocking in his fifth of the season, and the Drillers lead 3-0. This will be an unearned run on Holcomb, second unearned run of the game. And James has had an unearned run scored against him in all three starts that he's made this year. That's a tough way to continue to pitch. Gave up two unearned runs in a loss against Springfield on April 8th. One unearned run in a no decision on April 14th, and already two unearned runs tonight. Chris Ianetta, the batter. Colonel is running with the pitch, which is fouled over the Arkansas dugout and into the crowd. 0-1, the count on Ianetta. Ianetta singled up the middle in the second inning. Ianetta is 3 for 10 in this series, with one run batted in. He bats with the man at first, two away, and a 3-0 Drillers advantage. Holcomb with the ball behind his back gets a long look for the sign. Now comes Seth. Big lead by Colonel. Pitch on the way. There he goes. It's outside. Wilson throw to second base. Is going to get into center field. Colonel is up. He's on his way to third base. Now Bacon bobbles the ball in center. They'll still hold him at third base, but that'll be the third Traveler error today. Second in the inning. Colonel gets a steal, his second of the year, and the error on Bobby Wilson gives him third base. Bobby, who's been just perfect with every throw he's made this year, whether it's been to second or to third, he had to rush the throw because Colonel got such a good break on the curveball. And it kind of got out of his hand a little early, and it sailed on him. So there's Colonel at third base. Ianetta batting with a count of 1-1. Holcomb comes home, and it's swung on and hit in the air towards the right field line. Jason Espedo still going, over his head, fair ball. 4-0 Tulsa. Colonel scores. Ianetta holds at second with a stand-up double, and the Drillers are already pulling away. Boy, that ball just seemed to keep going and keep going. And certainly not from a lack of effort from Jason Espedo, but that ball just kept going out to the corner. And by the time Espedo came close to the ball, he had run a good 70 to 80 feet. So time is called by the Travelers dugout, sending Ken Patterson out to the hill. And Tim Biggers beginning to walk out of his dugout towards the bullpen. 4-0 Tulsa. Already a very sloppy start to this game for the Travelers. Over the first 3 innings of this game, they've given up 5 hits, 4 runs, committed 3 errors, and Holcomb has hit 2 batters. Not a very good way to start this evening game for Arkansas. Ianetta 2 for 2, double and a single. Now here's Doug Bernier. Bernier took a base on balls in inning number 2. He bats with Ianetta at second, trying to make it 5-0. Holcomb comes home, and it's hit in the air towards that same right field corner, and again it's going to get over Espedo's head. The very same spot. Ianetta scores. Bernier will stop at second base with a stand-up double, and it's 5-0. Three base hits, 2 errors in this inning, 3 runs have scored, and this game is already starting to get out of hand. For Bernier, he went into yesterday's game with no RBI. He now has
an RBI yesterday, and an RBI double today. And now we go to the top of the order. Tulowitski getting his third at-bat of the game. We're in the third inning. He's 1 for 2 and a pitch. Inside ball 1. Here is a Traveler pitcher warming up in the bullpen. It's Alan Buckley. Holcomb having trouble getting through 3 innings as he throws the 1-0 to the batter, and Tulowitski fouls it back, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tulowitski doubled in the first inning. He would score, and he hit the ball hard in the second inning, but he lined out to Bacon in center. No one holding Bernier at second base. 5-0 Tulsa, top 3. Holcomb, a long look at second, and the 1-1 pitch hit Tulowitski. That's the third man he's hit today. And Tulowitski's now been hit twice in this series. So quite obviously, James Holcomb just does not have great command today. 3 men hit by pitches, 6 hits, 1 walk, and a very long third inning against James. He's going to face his 8th batter of the inning, and Seth Smith is at the plate. Ty Boykin's about ready to make a move. He's on the top step of the dugout. Smith, left-hand batter, reached on an error, and he's also been hit by a pitch. Holcomb comes home, and it's fouled at the plate, strike 1. Two on, 2 out. 3 runs have scored here in the third inning on 3 hits, 2 errors, a steal, and a hit batsman. 0-1 to Smith is called for strike 2 on the low outside corner. So if the Travs are going to get this one closer, they're going to have to turn this game into a slugfest. The Travs have been quiet over the last 2 games. So they'll have to shake out of that slump. Holcomb forgets about the runners. He throws the 0-2 pitch, and it's beat along the first base line foul. Away from Greg Porter over towards the Travs bullpen. Count remains 0-2 to Smith. Drillers with 2 runs in the first. They threatened in the second with the bases loaded and 1 out. The Travelers caught a break, however, getting a double play where Holcomb covered at first, but it didn't look like his foot was on the base. And here in the third inning, the bottom has fallen out. Smith back up there. No balls, 2 strikes. Holcomb straightens up on the mound. Kicks and delivers the 0-2 pitch, and he strikes him out swinging with a curveball to end the third. Well, the Drillers put up 3 runs, and they strand 1 man, collected 3 base hits, and there were 2 Traveler errors. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning, and it's 5-0 Tulsa on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
From the hilltops of Atlanta
to the California sand. Come on, one day across the nation, yeah.
I'm a burrito in every time. Every woman,
Most Burritos, 2834 North Hills Boulevard in North Little Rock by Kroger's at North Hills and McCain. Go your own way with National Car Rental. Take a one-time trip and discover Arkansas. National's great weekend special is just what you need for a trip to the Ozarks. Or get your friends together and rent a minivan to historic Eureka Springs. National offers a wide choice of sizes and styles, from luxury cars to vans and sport utility vehicles. Unlimited mileage rates are available. National Car Rental has 2 convenient locations, Little Rock Airport and North Little Rock at 3919 Clark Avenue. See National Car Rental's ad in the yellow pages. Go your own way with National Car Rental.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh?
These studies show that people following a proper reduced-calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Bottom of the third inning here at Ray Winder Field. It's 5-0 Tulsa. Phil Elson with you here on a humid night in Little Rock. Traveler bats trying to get started here. Trailing by 5 in the bottom of the third with Casey Smith leading off. And he'll take a pitch from Mark Kaiser for ball one. Smith showed bunt. The Travs have to do something to get the offense started. Here's a 1-0. Smith shows bunt, offers, fouls it, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike on the Travs third baseman. Mark Kaiser, the starting pitcher for the Tulsa Drillers, in his third Double-A start, 59th career appearance. A 1-1 on the way to Smith. He'll swing and tip it, and it's squeezed by the catcher. Strike 2. First start for Kaiser at Double-A. Against Wichita, struck out 7, gave up 3 runs and a no decision over 6 innings. 1-2 pitch to Casey Smith. A swing and a chopper off the plate. It'll go towards third. Ian Stewart, bare hand, throws on the run and gets the out. Stewart may be the most impressive fielder that we've seen in this series, at least from the Drillers. He's made play after play at the hot corner. And here at Raywinder Field, it's got to be the toughest place to play third base anywhere. That tough turf over third base with patches of dead grass. A lot of bad hops. Dwayne Bacon, the batter, taking a high pitch from Kaiser, ball 1. So Kaiser's faced 9 men. He has set down the last 5. Only allowed 2 hits in the first inning. 1-0 to Bacon, shows bunt, tries to drag it. Got it down. This is a good one. Kaiser will try to shuffle it over to Koshansky at first, and Bacon is safe. He beat that play. The drag bunt worked. That's the first bunt single for Bacon this year. It was still a pretty close play. Kaiser fielded the position nicely, but Koshansky, who also charged from first base, was a little late getting back to the bag. So Bacon is safe with the Travelers' third hit of the night. Aaron Teal will stand in. Teal 0 for 10 in the series. Slide out to left field in inning number 1. We're in the third now. 5-0 Tulsa. Right-hander Kaiser kicks. The pitch to Teal is fouled at the plate for strike 1. In his second start, Kaiser went 5 innings, and he allowed 7 runs, taking a loss against the Springfield Cardinals. 2 homers were hit off of him. He's allowed 3 on the season. And so far, the Travs have managed 3 singles off of Kaiser. There's still plenty of time left. Kaiser, a glance at Bacon. Pitch to Teal. Ground ball to second base. Could be 2. Macri over to Tulowitski. Tulowitski to Koshansky. Double play, end the inning. That goes 4 to 6 to 3, and the first 3 innings have not been friendly for the Travs today. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Going into the 4th, it's the Drillers 5 and the Travelers nothing. This is Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with Deductible Reward. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Stone Lake Golf Course is one of Central Arkansas's hidden sports gems. Located just 1 mile off I-440 on Faulkner Lake Road, Stone Lake features a unique link-style course and some of the most reasonable green speeds around, complete with driving range plus chipping and putting greens and a full-range snack bar. Stone Lake has everything a good duffer needs. Check out a hole-by-hole description on stonelinks.net or call 945-0945 for Stone Lake.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
3 innings are in the books. It's all Tulsa for the moment. The Drillers with 5 runs on 6 base hits, no errors committed. Tulsa today stranding 5. The Travelers, no runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. And the Travelers stranding 2. James Holcomb is back on the mound for his 4th inning of work. Ian Stewart will lead off. It'll be his 3rd at-bat of the game. Stewart, a left-hand hitter, is 0 for 2. And Holcomb starts him with a slider for strike one. Stewart slide to the left and hit into a double play that ended the second inning. And already he's the only driller not to have something positive with an at-bat. And he swings and hits a ground ball base hit into left field in the second pitch. And so much for nothing positive for Ian Stewart. So now every driller has at least reached base or knocked in a run. And we're only in the top of the fourth. That's the seventh base of James Holcomb, and Alan Buckley continues to warm up in the bullpen. So here's Thigpen, who's been hit by a pitch and popped up. See if the drillers try to put pressure. Stewart will stay on the pitch, and it's bunted along the first base line. Greg Porter's going to play that and tag Thigpen out. The sacrifice, however, will move Stewart into second base, and it'll be 3 unassisted with Porter getting the putout. Joe Koshansky up next. Let's have a look at the Southwest Airlines Texas League scoreboard. All the games should be in progress by now. I don't believe there's any rain in the league. Midland leading Corpus Christi 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Get to the other scores in just a moment. Here's Koshansky. He's had 2 at-bats. He's hit 2 doubles, knocked in 2, and scored another run. First pitch to him is outside, 1-0. The Frisco Rough Riders of the San Antonio Mission, 0-0 at the top of the 4th. And Wichita and Springfield have played into the top of the 4th also, 0-0. Teams have combined for just 2 hits. Holcomb's 1-0 to Koshansky. Is swung on and missed on a changeup, and it's 1-1. Drillers with 8 wins and 4 losses. Best record in the Texas League to start the season. They won their first 4 games, beating Wichita, in fact, sweeping them in the opening 4-game series. 1-1 on the way to Koshansky, and that's outside, ball 2. 2-1. Drillers then dropped 4 of 5 to Springfield before winning the first 3 games of this set, and Little Rock. Travs split the first 4 games at Springfield, won 4 of 5 from Wichita, but now have lost 3 in a row to the Drillers. A 2-1 pitch to Koshansky in the dirt, and that's blocked by Wilson, and the runner holds at second base. It's 3-1. First 2 games of this series, tight ones. 7-6 loss on Sunday. They went into 11 innings on Monday before losing 6-3, but the Drillers really had control of the game yesterday, and they even have more control today. 5-0 Tulsa, top 4. The 3-1 pitch is called strike 2 over the outside corner. Koshansky disapproving of the call by the plate umpire, Art Vandelay. A full count, and Holcomb has hit 3 batters, walked another, and struck out 2. The pitch is low, and he walks him. Went to the curveball, and it was close. So here comes Christian Colonel. Colonel has popped up and reached on an error. Hit a very hard ground ball right to Brandon Wood of the 3rd inning that Wood was unable to play. And it looks like Colonel might be hitting against a different pitcher. Here comes Ty Boykin out of the dugout, and as he crosses the foul line, he points to Alan Buckley in the bullpen. For James Holcomb today, those just 3 1/3 innings. Disappointing start for James. There'll be better days, if not April 19th, 2006. So Buckley out of the bullpen. We've got our first AT&T call to the bullpen for the evening. You can turn a double play with AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. That means make calls and access the internet at the same time using just one line. More information is available at att.com. The Drillers 5, the Travelers nothing. We'll be back for the rest of the 4th inning after a 60-second break on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Kirk Woolsey, we happen to know that you are the world's worst backseat driver, which means, Kirk, that you like to be in control. So check out att.com. You can see all our best deals, like 12 months of true high-speed internet for just $12.99 a month when you order online. If you switch from your old cable company, you can get 3 months free. And with AT&T Account Manager, you can see your account activity, add services, and pay your bills online, all in one place. So that's Kirk's world. For everybody who's not Kirk, if att.com can deliver online control to him, it can do the same for you. Switch to the new AT&T at att.com, and you'll be in the driver's seat, as long as you're not riding with Kirk. SBC is now the new AT&T. The new AT&T. Your world. Delivered.
Taxes, other charges, and federal universal service cost recovery fee extra. High-speed internet or credit applied after 3 months paid service and excludes FUSF cost recovery and other fees. For details of additional charges, restrictions, and requirements, call 1-866-416-6471 toll-free or visit att.com/offer details. Not available in all areas.
Call to the bullpen is complete. Alan Buckley comes out of the 10 for the Travs. He inherits 2 runners on the bases. Ian Stewart at second and Joe Koshansky at first with 1 out. And the 6-hitter Christian Colonel at the plate for Tulsa. Buckley goes to the slider. The first pitch missed low, and it's ball 1. Buckley also inherits a 5-0 deficit to the Drillers. James Holcomb last 3 in the 3rd innings today. Gave up 7 hits. He walked 2, hit 3 others. Pitch on the way. Strike called. Wilson fires to first. Almost picked off Koshansky. They got the right hand in on the dive just before Porter tagged him. Count is 1-1 to Colonel. Holcomb surrendering 5 runs. He's still responsible for Stewart and Koshansky. Out of the 5 current runs allowed by James, there are 3 unearned. 1-1 to Colonel is low. Ball 2. Buckley at 6'6", 240 pounds. Hard thrower from Brandon, Mississippi. The 4th outing of the year, all out of the pen. His 2-1 pitch is fouled on the ground towards the seats at first. Colonel way in front of a breaking ball. And it's 2-2. No wins and 1 loss for Buckley. His earned run average is 3.68. 7 1/3 innings. 6 hits allowed, 3 runs, 1 homer, 2 walks. Struck out 6. The kick and the 2-2 pitch, a check swing on a foul ball. It'll go back behind Bobby Wilson into the screen. Nice breaking ball from Alan Buckley. The Colonel was able to get just a little smidgen of the horse eye. Top of the 4th inning, the Drillers leading 5-0. They led 2-0 before the Travs even got to the plate. Put up 3 more in the 3rd. Here's a fastball. Strike 3 called on the low outside corner. And for Buckley, that's out number 2 in the 4th inning. Strikes out his 7th of the year. Now to be Matt Macri. Macri is 0 for 1. Strikeout and a sac fly. With a run batted in, first pitch from Buckley's low, ball 1. Macri batted with 2 on and 2 out of the 1st inning, and Holcomb rung him up. In the 3rd inning, he had 2 on and 1 out. Lined out to left field for the sacrifice. The 1-0 pitch from Buckley is over the plate on the outside corner, strike 1. Buckley trying to keep Tulsa with no runs in the 4th. Stop this bleeding a little bit. The 1-1 pitch, a curveball, it's low, and Macri held back. Ball 2. Five RBIs for Macri, 2 in this series. Runners walk to their lead, Stewart and Koshansky. No one holding. The 2-1 pitch to Macri is fouled in the air over first base. That'll get into the parking lot for strike 2. Nightfall settles in to Little Rock. Very comfortable night. The bleachers are, goodness, they're just about packed. Buckley sets. The big righty's 2-2 is fouled off again. Came with a breaking ball, and Macri was able to get a little piece and pop it onto the roof at first. Long inning here in the 4th inning. Travelers trailing 5-0. Arkansas has matched their 3 errors with 3 base hits. Drillers 5 runs on 7 hits. The 2-2 pitch is swung on and grounded outside first. Foul. Yet another foul ball by Macri. That's 3 in a row. Buckley, the long man of the Traveler bullpen. Big guy who's got a lot of stuff. He throws a fastball in the low 90s, a breaking ball. Sometimes struggles with control. Looks good so far. 2-2 pitch. Macri takes strike 3 on the outside corner. So Buckley comes in and catches 2 batters looking. The Drillers with no runs in the 4th on 1 hit, 2 left. It is 5-0 Drillers going into the bottom of the 4th inning now on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at ascu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space.
I would not.
Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense.
Zero is for the 0 calories.
To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that?
I wish I could speculate on that, sir.
The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
It's a season to remember as the Arkansas Travelers make 2006 their final season at historic Ray Winter Field. Baseball fans in Central Arkansas have been enjoying minor league baseball for 74 years at Ray Winter Field. And next year, the Travelers will be moving into a brand new stadium, Dickey Stevens Park in North Little Rock. This season is the time to come and make some memories and relive the excitement of Arkansas Travelers baseball. All season long, Little Rock ESPN 1380 brings you the action with Phil Elson's play-by-play. Join us for Arkansas Travelers baseball here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
KDXE North Little Rock.
Bottom of inning number 4 here at Ray Winter Field. Travs trailing 5-0 and trying to get something started. Don't forget, fans, about the 2006 Texas League All-Star Game brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of your Arkansas Travelers. That's on June 20th. Check us out at Travs.com to see if there's tickets available. Brandon Wood leading off the 4th inning of the first pitch. He will smack high to right field. That one's going to get out of the ballpark and onto Interstate 630. Brandon Wood hits his first Little Rock home run on the first pitch of the 4th inning, and the Travs get on the scoreboard and now trail by 4. Second base hit for Wood is singled in the first inning. And he takes Mark Kaiser deep to start the bottom of the 4th. So perhaps that could be the fire that starts the Trav offense. And they got 6 innings left to try to erase what now is a 4-run deficit. Matt Brown standing in. Brown singled in the first inning and would be stranded at second. Kaiser delivers, and Brown hits a high, deep drive to left center field. They might have just gone back-to-back. They have! Wood and Brown, not just back-to-back, but on consecutive pitches, have given the Travelers their first 2 runs of the evening, and now they're within 3. Home run number 4 for Matt Brown in his 9th RBI. So now both Wood and Brown with a single and a home run to their credit, as they've been sitting right on fastballs from Kaiser. He's trying to get ahead in the count, and boy, great strategy by the Traveler hitters. Both Wood and Brown understanding that they're down by 5. A pitcher's going to attack the strike zone in a spot like that. He does, and they just hit long home runs. Now Eric Rodlin is at the plate, and he takes the first fastball for strike 1. So forget about 3 homers on 3 consecutive pitches, and Rodlin no homers yet this year. Pitch on the way, and Rodlin hits a hard line drive foul. He almost hit the Traveler batting coach, Keith Johnson. Wanted to quickly get out of the way. And Rodlin quickly steps back into the plate. It's rounded out in inning number 1. No one on base. 2 runs into the 4th for the Travs. And the pitch to Rodlin is line foul again, this time over the Traveler bullpen. And the count remains 0-2. Bobby Wilson on deck. That's the first time that the Travelers go back-to-back this year. Happened a good 6-7 times in the 2005 season. Wind up in the 0-2 from Kaiser. Look out, high and inside. Kaiser asks the plate umpire if it grazed his jersey. He says it didn't, so that's ball one. Kaiser buzzing the tower of Rodland, pinned him around a little bit. Eric steps back in there, looking to extend a hitting streak to 8 games. A 1-2, a swing and a miss. He went after a high changeup and strikes out. Strikeout number 1 for Mark Kaiser. And now it'll be Bobby Wilson coming up. So Kaiser, who had allowed his 4th and 5th home runs of the season, then follows that up with his 10th strikeout. Hits to Bobby Wilson is high. Ball 1, and once again Kaiser goes to a fastball and trying to attack the strike zone. Wilson grounded out in the 2nd inning. Still looking for his first hit of the series. 0 for 8. There's a slider, and it's up high, and it's ball 2 to Wilson. 2-0. Drillers 5, Travelers 2. Back-to-back homers to start the inning by Wood and Brown. Really the first signs of life offensively since the start of yesterday's game. The 2-0 pitch is down low, and it's ball 3 to Wilson. 3-0. On deck is Jason Espedo. Kaiser, no walks yet. The pitch to Wilson will make it ball 4. It missed low and in. And now Espedo comes up, and the tying run goes to the on-deck circle in the form of Greg Porter. Here comes Espedo. Espedo hit a hard grounder in the 2nd inning that Troy Tulowitski made a fine play deep into the hole at shortstop. Just another example of Espedo hitting a ball hard but having nothing to show for it. Kaiser is at the stretch. Espedo waits and swings and chops to Macri at second base. There he goes on to Tulowitski, and Tulowitski to first to end the inning with a double play. Second double play in as many innings, and just as the 3rd inning ended on a 4-6-3 double play, so does the 4th. But the Tramps started this inning with back-to-back homers by Brandon Wood and Matt Brown. That's all they would get, just 2 hits and nobody left. Top of the 5th coming up, and the Drillers' lead is now 5-2 on Little Rock, ESPN 13-8.
My mother said, no daughter of mine is driving a truck. I'm an 18-wheeling, double-clutching lady truck driver. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing. BC powder is this trucker's best friend. My day starts at 4 a.m. and ends 12 hours later. Out here on the road, there's a million things that's happening at once. I take BC for stress, headache, backache. I just can't pull over when my head's pounding. The reason I take BC is because it's fast and it works. I'm Carolyn from Ashbury, NC, and my pain reliever is BC.
Use direct. AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
We return to Raywinder Field for the top of the 5th inning with the Travs trailing 5-2 against the Tulsa Drillers. Alan Buckley remains on the mound for the Travs in his 2nd inning of work. And he faced 2 hitters in the 4th inning and struck them both out. Travelers fans, as I mentioned before the start of the 4th inning, don't forget about that Texas League All-Star Game on June the 20th. Brought to you by Arkansas Federal Credit Union. Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. You can get cash back, airline miles, merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. Right now, they'll give you 1,000 reward points and a low 6.9 APR for the life of your balance transfers. You can get a hold of Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or go online to astu.org. Arkansas Federal is the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers. Chris Ianetta to lead off the fifth for Tulsa. Alan Buckley's delivery is low and in for a ball. Ianetta, the 8-hitter in the order, but he has singled, doubled, knocked one in, and scored one, followed by Bernier and then Tulowitski. And a 1-0 pitch on the way. It is popped up in a shallow right field by Ianetta. Rodman out from second. Espedo comes in from right and calls him off. Espedo makes the catch, and that's out number one. We'll check the scores from the major leagues now on the Southwest Airlines Big League scoreboard. The Angels have broken out with 8 runs over the first 4 innings at Minnesota, and it's Los Angeles 8 and the Twins 4. Irvin Santana has given up 4 unearned runs in 3 innings. Angels today, 2 for 2. Orlando Cabrera. Sean Figgins is 2 for 3. Casey Cochran with a single and an RBI. It's on the way. Called strike to Bernier, 0-1. Bernier is walked and doubled the run home. He bats with nobody on base. Buckley still working from the stretch. The kick, the 0-1. Swing, ground ball, slow to Rodman at second. 1 step to the left. A throw to first. 2 out. The Angels have the big lead at Minnesota. The Baltimore Orioles finished a 7-run rally in the 5th, and the O's lead Cleveland 10-8. Top of the 6th inning. Corey Patterson hit his first home run as a Baltimore player. Boone, Martinez, and Peralta for the Tribe. Up to the plate now is Tulowitski. Tulowitski is doubled, lined out, hit by a pitch. He scored a run as well, and the first offering is called for a strike on the inside corner. Boston Red Sox also had a 7-run inning. In the 3rd against Tampa Bay, Boston 9, Devil Rays 1. Tulowitski gets under a pitch, and it's a high fly ball right towards Bacon in center field. A few steps back, and he makes the catch. A perfect 5th inning for Alan Buckley, and that's just what the doctor ordered. The Travs coming up next in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 5-2 against the Drillers. This is Traveler Baseball on Little Rock, ESPN 1380.
You know, to become the best barbecue restaurant in Little Rock, it takes dedicated people like us here at the Pig and Chick that are willing to wake up with the pigs to make sure that we bring home the best of the best in them hogs. Now, it's not the job for everyone, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure that every day is the best dang hog day ever. And here at the Pig and Chick, it's always the best. We slow cook our barbecues daily, making sure that it's lit, hugging good. Heck, we're known as the Great American Barbecue House here in Little Rock. We're also known around these parts as having the best dang catfish anywhere. So no matter what you're in the mood for, ribs, catfish, chicken, here at Pig and Chick, you'll always get the best meal in town. So come join us for lunch, dinner, or even let us cater your next event. Here at Pig and Chick, we take catering seriously, and we're going to make sure that your event is a huge success.
Pig in or pig out at Pig and Chick, located at 7824 JFK in Sherwood. Call us for takeout at 834-5456. And it's the same number for catering, 834-5456. Here at Pig and Chick, people start pigging out at 10:30 a.m. daily and don't stop till 9 p.m. Oh, by the way, did I mention the cafe?
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Bottom 5, 5-2. Drillers over the Travs here in Little Rock's Ray Winder Field. We'll be continuing on the Southwest Airlines Major League scoreboard throughout the inning. And Greg Porter will lead off for the Travs against Mark Kaiser. Kaiser over the first 4 innings has allowed 5 hits, 2 runs on back-to-back homers by Brandon Wood and Matt Brown. Porter, left-handed batter, will take a pitch for strike 1. Greg grounded out in the second. Still that 6-game hitting streak on the line. Casey Smith and Dwayne Bacon to follow. Kaiser delivers inside. Porter spins away from the pitch, and it's 1-1. I mentioned the Angels over the Twins 8-4. They're after 4 innings now. And in the National League, Washington has a 6-5 lead at Philadelphia. Pitch on the way to Porter. A check swing and a pitch that dove outside. They'll appeal it, and Porter gets the benefit of the call, and it's ball 2. Well, the balls are flying out of Philadelphia. 5 home runs. Washington had Livan Hernandez and Ryan Church go deep. The Phillies got David Bell, Bobby Abreu, and Ryan Howard to hit a home run. 2-1 to Porter, tight and high. And again, he spins away from that pitch, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. The Milwaukee Brewers lead Houston 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 5th at the juice box. Houston only 2 hits so far against Chris Capuano. 3-1 pitch to Porter. He goes after one of the dirt and misses. Strike 2. Final scores. Daytime action saw the Yankees beat Toronto 3-1. Alex Rodriguez hit his 5th home run, and Mike Mussina picked up win number 2. Mo Rivera, his 2nd save. 3-2 to Porter. He swings and misses and strikes out. A slider from Kaiser for strikeout number 2. And here comes Casey Smith. The Chicago White Sox defeated Kansas City 4-0. That is KC's 10th consecutive loss. They're 2-12 this year, and certainly looks like they're well on their way to a 100-loss season. Bobby Jenks got to save his 6th, retiring both batters he faced. Casey Smith, the batter, and he fouls the first pitch at the plate, strike 1. Javier Vasquez struck out 7 for the Pale Hose in 8 shutout innings, only allowed 2 hits. And Vasquez is 1-1. Here's an 0-1 to Smith. Casey takes low and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Bobby Jenks, now I mentioned, 6 saves and a .386 earned run average. Second year as the closer for the White Sox. Here's a 1-1 to Smith. A swing and a chopper at the plate. It's foul, and it's 1-2. In the National League, Cincinnati used 5 runs over the last 3 innings to beat Florida 9-8. Dontrelle Willis was in line for the win, but the Marlins bullpen blew it. Smith goes after a curve and chops the third. Stewart charges in, gloves it before the second bounce. Sidearms across his body for the out, and for the second time today, Smith has chopped out to Stewart, forcing him to make a difficult play, but he makes it look easy. 2 away for the top of the order, and the base is empty for Dwayne Bacon. Bacon reached on a bunt single his last time up. He'll bat left-handed. Pitch on the way, high and outside, 1 ball, no strike. Bacon grounded out in the first inning, hitting .204 on the season. Stewart up at third base, Koshansky back at first, and Bacon takes ball 2, low and inside. Atlanta defeated the Mets 2-1. Tim Hudson outpitches Tom Glavine, and the Mets committed 3 errors in the game. Andrew Jones hit his 8th homer. Hudson went the full 9 innings, gave up 3 hits, struck out 6. Pitch to Bacon outside, ball 3. Glavine went 8 innings. Of the 2 runs he allowed, 1 was earned, struck out 5. Glavine 2-1, Hudson 1-1. Here's Kaiser's 3-0 to Bacon, and he'll take all the way, and it's inside for ball 4. So that's the second walk from Kaiser today, and that'll bring Aaron Peel to the plate. St. Louis Cardinals got homers from Jim Edmonds and David Eckstein, plus 8 strong innings from Chris Carpenter, and the Cardinals beat Pittsburgh 4-0. San Diego 13, Colorado 4. The Padres with 21 base hits at Coors Field today. Everyone except the starting pitcher, Chan-Ho Park, had a base hit, but interestingly, none of them were home runs. The only homer of the game was hit by Ojeda, the catcher for the Rockies. Bacon will take a large lead at first base. We'll expect him to steal, and he fakes the steal. The pitch is a called strike to Peel, and it's 0-1. It looks like Bacon may have slipped a little bit on his way out of the box from first base. So he wisely put on the brakes and decided to give it a try another time. 0-1 to Peel. He's 0 for 2. Right-hand batter waiting for Kaiser to come home, and here's the pitch. He swings, hits it high in the air towards the right field line. Colonel giving chase over to foul territory, and he runs out of room and does a flip over the fence into the bullpen. Oh, my goodness. He went head over heels and ends up on the other side of the fence, almost like he was bent over by the fence. But he's all right. He climbs back over. Every single one of the Traveler relievers in the bullpen got up quickly when they saw Colonel just completely lose his footing. He just sprinted all the way into foul territory and didn't realize he was running out of room, and he just barreled right into the chain link fence, and thankfully that's only about halfway up his body. Otherwise, he would have become part of the fence instead of flipping over it. Yikes. Well, that may have been the most interesting play we've seen, and it's nothing more than a foul ball. Kaiser will throw to first base now, and Bacon dives back in ahead of the throw. I always feel that if a guy gives up his body for a ball like that he should just be given the play. There goes Bacon running with the 0-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the throw to second doesn't matter anyway. The inning comes to a close. 2 strikeouts for Kaiser, no runs, no hits, 1 left. We'll go into the 6th inning. It's the Thrillers 5 and the Travelers 2. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
At Gary Eubanks and Associates, you've heard us talk about what we bring to the table. You ask what that means to you. Well, these verdicts and settlements are real results we've achieved for our clients, as large as $19 million for one case. While facts differ and results vary on each case, you should put this experience on your side. Insurance companies notice, and that creates settlement. And remember, at Gary Eubanks and Associates, we'll win your case, or you don't owe us a dime.
1, 2, 3.
We're at the supermarket checking out shopping lists.
Oh, here's mine.
Let's see. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ding, ding, ding.
Oh, do I win?
Well, actually, you probably lose.
What?
Lose inches.
Oh.
These studies show that people following a proper reduced calorie diet that included 3 servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt every day had better weight loss results and trimmed more from their waistline than if they just cut calories alone. So eat 3 cool, creamy servings of milk, cheese, or yogurt a day.
Wow, I consider that a win.
Have you had your 3 today?
Choose your reward with Arkansas Federal's new Platinum Rewards MasterCard. Cashback, airline miles, or merchandise points, and you'll never pay an annual fee. For limited time, we'll give you 1,000 reward points, and you'll get a low 6.9% annual percentage rate for the life of balance transfers. For details, call Arkansas Federal Credit Union at 982-1000 or apply online at ascu.org. Arkansas Federal, the official credit union of the Arkansas Travelers.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
5 innings in the books. It's the top of the 6th, and the Tulsa Drillers 5, the Arkansas Travelers 2. Phil Elson with you here today at Ray Winder Field, and don't forget about the series finale tomorrow. Our first Petit Jean Meets Family Day of the season. You can get a $3 discount ticket just by bringing a wrapper or a receipt from any Petit Jean product. If you bring a wrapper, please wash it off, and those will get you in for $3 a piece. 7:10 first pitch tomorrow night. 6:10 is when the gates will open. Alan Buckley's first pitch of the inning is hit by Seth Smith on the ground, a short right field, but it's played by Eric Rodlin, moving to his left in a very impressive play. He flips to Greg Porter for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out, and Alan Buckley has now set down all 6 batters he faced. James Holcomb was the Travelers started today, ineffective in 3 1/3 innings. Gave up 5 runs, of which 2 are earned. Hit 3 batters, allowed 7 hits. Up to the plate is Ian Stewart. Stewart is flied out to left, bounced into a double play, and singles. He's 1 for 3. Pitch on the way. It's low. 1 ball, no strike. Drillers got ahead of the first inning using 2 runs on 2 hits and an error. Joe Koshansky had a bases-loaded double to bring those runs in. The 1-0 pitch to Stewart is at the letters for a strike, 1-1. Tulsa threatened in the second, and the bases loaded with 1 out, but James Holcomb got Ian Stewart to hit into a 3-6-1 double play. Then Tulsa put up 3 more runs in the 3rd inning. 1-1 pitch to Stewart. He'll take it, a strike right at the knees on a curveball, 1-2. 3rd inning for the Drillers, Koshansky, a 1-out double. Christian Colonel's hard ground ball was misplayed by Wood into an error, giving Koshansky third base, who scored on a sac fly by Macri. And back-to-back RBI doubles by Ianetta and Bernier made it 5-0. The 1-2 pitch is up high. More of a spinner than a slider. 2-2 count on Stewart. Travelers' 2 runs came on consecutive pitches to start the bottom of the 4th. Brandon Wood hit a home run onto the freeway, followed by Matt Brown's 4th of the year. And he hit it to the deepest part of the park, left center. 2-2 to Stewart. Check swing and a curve. There will not be an appeal. It was low and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. On deck is Judd Thigpen. Buckley has not allowed a base hit or a walk. 2 strikeouts, 2 ground balls, 2 flyouts. He's gone full on Stewart. And here's the big righty pitch. It is swung on and chopped towards second base. Nice backhand play by Porter on the short hop, and he'll take it himself for the unassisted putout. Greg Porter continues to impress at first base, especially on tough plays like that short hop he just picked up. And on that infield dirt in Ray Winder Field, you never quite know how that ball is going to bounce. And the best thing to do is to just try to cover up any of those short hops. And Porter has turned into a much improved fielder. 2 outs. Here's Judge Big Ten. Big Ten has been hit by a pitch. He has popped up and dropped down a sacrifice punt. Buckley is ready. Here's the kick. And Big Ten hits the first pitch in a shallow center field, and that is in for a base hit. So that'll be the 8th of the game for the Drillers, but the first against Buckley. And it stops the streak of 7 consecutive hitters set down. Here comes Koshansky. And Koshansky, boy, he has been tough. In fact, he's had a hit in 4 of his last 5 at-bats. Today, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, a run scored, and a walk. Big left-hand batter with a runner at first, 2 away. Big Ten leads off. Porter holds him. The stretch, Buckley delivers outside for ball 1. You've got 2 of the top home run hitters in the minor leagues in this game. Brandon Wood for the Travs at 43 last year. And Koshansky at 38 last season. Throw over to first by Buckley, and back in there is Big Ten. Koshansky had 36 home runs at single-A Asheville. And in 12 games at Tulsa, not counting the playoffs, he had 2 home runs and added 1 in the playoffs against the Travs. A 1-0 pitch is fouled off on the ground of the first base seat, strike 1. The Drillers 5 and the Travelers 2. Top of inning number 6. Tulsa with the league's best record at 8-4. Travs have dropped their record to 6-6. They had come home after the season-opening 9-game road trip at 6-3. Buckley set, throws to first. Back in is Big Ten on a close play. Big Ten with a little bit of a belly flop into first base. But he was able to beat the throw. Koshansky steps back in, taps the bat on the outside part of the plate. Brings the bat back, Buckley sets. And here's the 1-1 pitch. It is a changeup high and outside, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Koshansky. He has not been retired today. He's been perfect at the plate. Hands together by Buck. The 2-1 is low, ball 3. It does seem Buckley pitching carefully here to Koshansky. Not necessarily pitching around him, but trying to see if Koshansky will go after a pitch outside of the strike zone. The 3-1 on the way, runner going, swinging a high drive to the right field corner. That's got the freeway written all over it. And that may have gone over the freeway. It's a 2-run homer for Koshansky, and boy, his big night continues. 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, and his 3rd homer of the year. And the Drillers back in front by 5, 7-2. Boy, he just crushed that pitch. Second ball that's made it onto 630 today. First by the Drillers. 7 runs on 9 hit for Tulsa. You know, the Travs who put up 2 runs in the 4th. Well, now they're back down by 5. Christian Colonel is the batter, and he takes a curve for strike 1 from Buckley. Some people getting out of the bleachers starting to leave. Pitch on the way, and it's fouled into the ground by Colonel, strike 1. Pardon me, that was strike 2. The count 0-2 on Colonel. Home run that Buckley allows. It's the second he's given up this year. Here's the pitch to Colonel. He'll swing, he'll miss. Strike 3, side retired. Well, the Drillers get a homer by Joe Koshansky. 2 runs, 2 hits, nobody left. After 5.5, it's the Drillers 7 and the Travelers 2. Bottom of the 6th is up next on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
At one time or another, we all want to change the world in which we live, make it a better place. Introducing the new ITT Tech School of Criminal Justice. At ITT Tech, we now teach the fundamentals of the criminal justice system, along with the technology to help respond to and prevent crime. ITT Technical Institute School of Criminal Justice. Education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now, Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate, Sand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Features optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northwest Illinois.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Bottom of inning number 6 here at Ray Winder Field. The Travelers trailing Tulsa by a score of 7-2. Brandon Wood will step into the batter's box, leading off the inning for the Travs. Mark Kaiser's first pitch of the inning is on the inside corner for a called strike. So Brandon Wood, Matt Brown, and Eric Rovland to face Kaiser. Here's the right-hander's pitch to Wood. He swings, it jammed him. He pops it over to the first base roof. It's out of play. Strike 2. Travs have put up 5 base hits today. 4 of them from Wood and Brown combined. Each have singled and homered. The only other Traveler hit was a drag bunt single by Dwayne Bacon back in the 3rd inning. Here's Kaiser's 0-2 to the Traveler shortstop, and Wood chased a high fastball and fouled it back. Still 0-2. So Brandon now with 3 homers and 9 RBIs on the season. He's had 2 4-hit games. Kaiser steps back, lifts the leg, comes home with the 0-2, and Wood smacks it deep towards the corner and left, but it hooks foul. And that'll keep him at the plate. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Wood certainly seems to be on the ball. Kaiser has registered 3 strikeouts. Here's his 0-2, and Wood takes it in the dirt for ball 1. Mark Kaiser, a fine first 5 innings. 5 hits, 2 runs. He's induced 2 double plays, walked 2. 1-2 pitch to Wood. Swung on and hit high in the air to dead center field. Brandon Wood has hit his 2nd ball onto the freeway. Well, if nothing else, even though the Travelers are still trailing now by 4 runs, we've seen a pretty impressive power display by 21-year-old shortstop Brandon Wood. 3 for 3, 2 home runs onto the freeway. Well, you better call your auto insurance company if you figure on driving down 630 today. There's been 3 balls hit over the screen monster. Matt Brown now up to the plate. Kaiser starts him off with a curve for strike 1. There were some fans that had been asking, when's Wood going to homer? Everyone wanted to know. Well, you have your answer. The 0-1, a curve, strike 2 call. We've had to caution a lot of the Travis fans, and now Brown is speaking with the plate umpire Vandelay about the strike zone. It's been a little inconsistent today, in all honesty. But it's been inconsistent both ways, so at least it's been consistently inconsistent. 0-2 on Brown. Kaiser comes home with a fastball. Brown swings, hits it, but it's held on by the catcher, and he strikes out. we've had to caution some of the fans and about worrying too much about the home run with Brandon Wood. He had 43 homers at single A last year. How could you ever expect anyone to have a repeat performance? A first pitch to Eric Rodlin. He swings. It's a line drive towards right field. Colonel has it go over his head. He'll play it off the fence. Rodlin wants a two-base hit. He digs in for second and slides in there. He's safe. So Rodlin now with an 8-game hit streak. Double number 4 on the season for him. And now the Travs are trailed by 4. Have Bobby Wilson to the plate with 1 out and a runner at second base. Folks, the point is Brandon Wood's going to hit his home run. And I don't really know if we've got to worry too much about his strikeouts. Yes, he has whipped 18 times this year. Had some struggles at shortstop. But let's keep in mind how difficult it can be to adapt from single A to double A in your first month. Pitch on the way to Wilson, called strike 1. Also remember Kendry Morales last year, Mike Napoli. They had a pretty rough first month to their seasons, and by the time we got into the part of July and August, both of those guys were just crushing it. Pitch to Wilson, under the knees, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wilson's grounded out to second and walked. I guess my overall point to this is, don't worry about how the guys do in the first month of the season. How about worrying how they do in the month of July and August? And Wood, quite honestly, he's got tons of talent. 1-1 to Wilson. He fought it off the fifth. Lines it foul down the right field side. It's 1-2. And as you remember, when Kendry Morales came up to the Travs last year, with all the hype about the defection from Cuba and the big major league contract he was given, and the first month and a half with the Travelers, he really struggled. Here's a 1-2 to Wilson. The fastball from Kaiser, and it's chopped to third, played by Stewart. Looking Rodlin back to second. Stewart fires to first for out number 2. They'll bring a speedo up. But once Morales was able to adjust to the off-speed pitches, change ups that he kept seeing, and was able to look for certain pitches. Morales hit everything hard. The same's going to be true with Wood. He's had trouble with breaking balls, specifically the slider, and it's only been over the last 3 games. But Brandon, as talented as he is, and he seems to be a very intelligent young man, he's going to be able to adjust. He's going to have a good year. First pitch to a Speedo is inside for a ball. The thing we're worrying about with the Speedo is every time he hits the ball hard, he's either hit it right at a player or a defender has made a spectacular play. He's 2 for his last 22, but he's hit the ball a lot harder than just 2 hits in that stretch. The 1-0 pitch is up high, ball 2. Travs trailing Tulsa in the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-3. Got a run here in the 6th on Brandon Wood, 4th homer of the season and 2nd of the game. Time called by the Driller bench, and they send pitching coach Bo McLaughlin out to the mound. There's a left-hander getting ready in the Tulsa bullpen. It's Josh Newman getting his arm ready. Kaiser faltering a little bit here in the 6th inning. Really, the only thing he's had trouble with is to the number 3 hitter and the 4 hitter. Wood and Brown have combined for 5 of the Travelers' 7 hits. Long meeting for McLaughlin, and the plate umpire was about to break it up. Bo turns around and walks back to the dugout. And the Speedo steps back into the plate with Rodlin at second. Outfield straightaway. There'll be give room to the left field corner for the left-handed hitting Speedo. 2-0 pitch is hit on the ground to Macri at second base. He's up with it clean. He's on with it to first, and the Travs are finished in inning number 6. 1 run for Arkansas on the 2nd homer of the night by Wood. 2 hits. 1 man stranded. We'll take it into the 7th inning now, and it's the Drillers 7 and the Travelers 3. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
If you're looking for answers from an auto parts store, get ready. Advance Auto Parts is working harder to help you save money by doing it yourself. Get ready for ASE certified experts who are ready to help. Get ready for in-depth information from our free do-it-yourself brochure. Get ready for Advanced TV, our exclusive in-store video network that will have you going from no way to knowing how in no time. For all the advice you'll ever need, the first place to go is Advanced Auto Parts. We're ready in advance.
Okay, here you go. The perfect house. So you ready to put in a bid? A what? It's a pretty tight market, and I'd really hate to see you lose out. It's the first house you've shown us. Yeah, isn't that great?
Not working with the Century 21 agent. Century 21 agents pledge to keep showing you properties until you're satisfied. Only Century 21 agents offer the Century 21 service pledge to help reduce the stress of buying real estate. Century21.com. Real estate for your world.
The Century 21 pledge is offered by participating offices. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Ken Kincaid.
A Sean Arnell conference call.
Join us Monday through Friday right here on ESPN 1380 in Little Rock.
All SEC, all the time. Join Ken Kincaid and me for all the SEC action. If it's SEC, it's on conference call.
It's conference call Monday through Friday from 5 to 8 right here on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
6 innings complete. Tulsa 7, Arkansas 3. I'm Phil Elson with you here on Little Rock ESPN 1380 and minorleaguebaseball.com. Alan Buckley is back on the mound for the Travelers. He'll pitch in his 4th inning. No one working in the bullpen at the moment. Buckley over 2 2/3 innings has surrendered 2 hits, 2 runs. He's struck out 3. Facing Matt Macri, the number 7 hitter. Buckley working from the stretch. Here's his first pitch of the inning. And Macri backs away from a fastball, and it's inside 1-0. Macri has been called out on strikes 2 times, sandwiching a sacrifice fly back in the 3rd. Right-handed hitter. Righty Buckley kicks. The 1-0-2 Macri is swung on and missed. Off that diving breaking ball underneath the bat. It's 1-1. Totals for the Drillers, 7 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Drillers have stranded 7. Buckley is ready. The right-hander kicks. And the 1-1 to Macri is low and away, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Travelers totals are 3 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors, and the Travs have stranded 4. Starting pitchers on the record right now: Mark Kaiser for Tulsa, James Holcomb for Arkansas. 2-1 to Macri, swung on, grounded to short. Wood tries the backhand, can't field it cleanly. Went down to a knee to try for that backhand, and it's going to be his 2nd error of the evening. So Brandon Wood is impressed at the plate, certainly, with a couple of home runs onto the interstate. But in the field, he's having a rough go of it. 2 errors today on Brandon and 7 on the season. And I believe that's the 3rd time that Wood has had an error committed on a backhand attempt. It'd be a really tough play to try to make. So the 4th Traveler error today, and here's Chris Ianetta. Tossed over to first by Buckley, and Macri is back over there. I said it before during this season, Brandon Wood looks like a shortstop. He plays like a shortstop. He moves like one. And this might be a matter of maybe getting in front of the ball at times, because he can get to those balls. He does showcase pretty good range. Toss over to first again. And back in there is Macri. Ianetta is the batter. He has singled, doubled, and flied to right, all told 2 for 3. With an RBI and a run scored. And Macri takes another 4-set lead. Buckley comes set, pauses, delivers, the runner goes. A swing and a miss, and Wilson is unable to transfer the ball into his throwing hand. And so into second base is Macri, his first steal of the year. 0-1 on Ianetta, who had no choice but to swing at that pitch, which came pretty far inside. There is action in the Traveler bullpen. Right-hander getting ready at the moment, and it's Aaron Pullen. So Ianetta has an RBI spot. Nobody out. Here's a pitch. It is in there over the outside corner. Strike 2. Casey Smith was playing in at third base to guard a bunt, but now 2 strikes are back up. Wood, the closest to Macri, as he shades him right behind the runner. The 0-2 pitch from Buckley is in the dirt, and Wilson blocks it, keeping Macri at second base. So both bullpens are busy right now. A left-hander for the Drillers, a right-hander for the Travs. Tulsa 7, Arkansas 3, top 7. Buckley trying for the first out of the inning. Here he comes, the 1-2. Change up high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. off by Macri. The 2-2 is hit in the air towards shallow right field, and Espedo is underneath it. He'll line himself up with third, and he makes the catch. Macri trying to tag. Here comes the throw. It's a great throw, but it won't be in time. Espedo does showcase a darn strong throwing arm, but he caught that ball about 7 to 8 feet in front of the warning track. More of an average depth fly ball to right. But Macri didn't have any trouble getting into third base. So now if Macri at third base and one out, and the number 9 batter Doug Bernier at the plate, Ty Boykin draws the infield up, and they're playing at the cut of the grass. Buckley is at the stretch. He delivers. Bernier takes it high for ball 1. Bernier's line today, a walk, an RBI double, and a ground out. That's 1 for 2. 2 RBIs on the year. Try to put Tulsa back ahead by 5. Buckley's 1-0 is popped up to shallow right field. Here comes Espedo. He's underneath it. Macri will not tag. The catch is made. And Espedo's going to show off that throwing arm with a laser to the infield. Greg Porter caught it at the between first and the pitcher's mound. And Macri did hold. So 2 out to bring Troy Tulowitski up. Tulowitski started today's game with a double to right field. He then scored on a 2-run double by Joe Koshansky. Tulowitski, since then, has lined out to center, been hit by a pitch, and flied out to center field. Right-handed batter with a bat held high. Runner at third, and the pitch is upstairs, ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Tulowitski. Infield now hangs back, and the pitch is on the way. And it's inside again as Buckley's slider begins to flatten out a little bit. Longest relief stint for a Traveler pitcher this year, Buckley. 3 1/3 innings. Trying to get through the 7th, but falling behind 2-0. The pitch on the way, and it's fouled straight back. He went back to the slider. Had a sharper break on it, but it came right down the middle. Tulowitski put a good swing on it, but does not reach base. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Buckley leading in. Sign accepted. Wilson wants it on the outside corner, and here it is. Inside. 3-1. Could be the last batter that Buckley faces. Seth Smith on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch, and Tulowitski takes a slider at the knees. Strike 2. Crabs are still within striking distance. Keep this at a 4-run game, however. Here's the payoff pitch from Buckley. A swing and a pop-up. First base side over the dugout into the seats. By about 6 rows directly over the dugout. Still 3-2. Buckley working hard here. Even with the 2-run homer he gave up to Koshansky, he's given the Traps a much-needed inning. Another payoff pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to shallow center field. Bacon underneath it. He'll drift a little bit to the left. He's there. He's got it. Big scoreless inning there for Alan Buckley. For the Drillers, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 stranded. And it's time for the 7th inning stretch here at Raymond Field. It's the Drillers 7 and the Traps 3 on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Sid Gutierrez had a childhood much like you'd expect growing up in 1960s New Mexico. A lot of sun, a lot of sky, and a lot of dreams about what you might be when you grow up. After school, many of Sid's friends went on to work for local factories and businesses. Some moved away, but none moved as far away as Sid. Sid Gutierrez is recognized as the first Hispanic to pilot a space shuttle, and he's a member of the International Space Hall of Fame. But before he went into space, he went to Webster University. I'm Bob Costas, member of the board of Webster University. All Webster campuses around the world share the same belief. Education is more than just a degree. It's real knowledge for real-world success.
and the pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at Travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
The Arkansas Travelers coming up in the bottom of the 7th inning, trailing 7-3 against the Tulsa Drillers here on a lovely Wednesday evening in Central Arkansas. Bill Elson with you on the broadcast on Little Rock's ESPN 1380 and www.minorleaguebaseball.com. New pitcher on the mound for the Drillers, Josh Newman, making an appearance. Newman, a left-hander, 6 feet 1, 210 pounds. He replaces Mark Kaiser, who went the first 6 innings, giving up 7 hits and 3 runs, all earned, 3 homers, all of them solo. Pitch to Porter, broken bat comebacker, booted by the pitcher, but he recovers on the left side of the mound, wheels to first, and gets the out on Porter. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and Greg's 6-game hitting streak is in jeopardy. He's 0 for 3. The rest of the numbers on Kaiser: 4 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch, and 2 walks. All in all, Kaiser had a pretty good game. Batter Casey Smith up to the plate, number 9 man. He's 0 for 2. Chopped out to the third baseman twice. Newman is working from the windup, and here's the southpaw's pitch. It is a strike at the knees, 0-1. Newman making appearance number 7, 1 win, no losses, and a 4.32 ERA. 11 strikeouts and 5 walks in 8 2/3. The 0-1 to Smith is low, ball 1. Here's Newman's 1-1 to Smith, and he'll take it low again, ball 2. Second outing for Newman in this series. He pitched on Sunday. An inning in the third, giving up no hits or runs. 1 man reached, a base on ball. 2-1 to Smith. Left-handed pitcher throws to the righty. Casey swings and misses. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wayne Bacon is on deck. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Drillers 7 and the Travelers 3. 3 straight losses for the Travs against Tulsa. The 2-2 on the way. Inside. And a 3-2 count. Newman seems to be a tough pitcher to pick up the ball from. A little bit of a hesitation in his delivery. A 3-2 count, and here's the payoff. Casey swings at the fly ball towards the right field line, slicing away from Colonel. He will dive, and a spectacular try at that one, but he could not catch it. That is the second time that Colonel has made really a great effort going after a ball. The other time he bent himself over the fence next to the Traveler bullpen and flipped over into the groundskeeping area. This time he goes all the way out, almost diving head forward like Superman off a skyscraper, but again comes up empty. A for effort. But Smith will get at least another pitch. Still, the count is 3-2. Casey has been held to only 2 hits in his first 21 at-bats. He's a much better hitter than those statistics, and honestly, he's also had some hits robbed from him on some great plays. They wait for the outfielders to take their positions again. Colonel a little bit slow in getting up after that, and Newman walks back towards second base to give the outfield a little bit of extra time to catch their breath. Now Newman walks back towards the mound and climbs on top. Casey Smith taps the bat on the inside corner of the plate. He's got an open stance just a little bit. Here's the pitch from the left-hander. Casey hits it high in the air again towards right field, but Colonel's not going to have to go all out for this one. He's underneath it after about 3 steps, and he makes the catch. And Smith is 0 for 3. 2 outs in the 7th. Top of the order now for the Travs. Here's Dwayne Bacon. Dwayne Bacon has grounded out and then reached with a drag bunt single and a walk. He'll bat from the right side as the only switch hitter in this game for either team. And face the left-hander. Newman to the plate. Fastball right down the middle. Strike one. San Antonio is now leading Frisco 1-0. Bottom of the 7th inning at the soda bottle. San Antonio trying to break a 5-game losing streak. Here's the 0-1 to Dwayne. And there's another strike. That time a fastball in the outside corner. Springfield leads 2-1 over Wichita. Alex Gordon accounting for the lone Wrangler run with a solo shot, his third. Off power for Springfield with his first. Pitch to Bacon, driven deep in the air to left field. Dwayne Bacon has hit that ball towards the fence, and it is gone. A right-handed home run for Dwayne Bacon. That's the 4th of the evening for the Travelers, accounting for all 4 of their runs. And goodness, that one seemed to come out of nowhere. Bacon touches the plate. It's a slap from the current batter, Aaron Peel, and Brandon Wood, who's on deck. The Travs have snuck back into this one, trailing by 3 now. For Bacon, it's his 15th career home run. Peel, the batter, he's 0 for 3. Newman delivers outside, ball 1. The home run off of Newman is the second he's allowed. Now, the Drillers, they did not allow a home run yesterday. It was the first game all season that they had not allowed a home run. Pitch on the way to Peel. Swing and a miss with a fastball, 1-1. But now the Drillers pitching staff, 4 home runs they've allowed today. That's 27 home runs in 13 games. The 1-1 to Peel. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It dove under his bat. Tulsa allowing 27 home runs. No other team in the Texas League has allowed more than 14. The 1-2 to Peel is low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So quite obviously we see what the weakness on the Driller pitching staff is. It's the long ball because they register more strikeouts than any team in the league. They also allow more base hits than anyone else. A little dichotomy there in the Driller pitching staff. 2-2 to Peel, chopper to third. Stewart waits for the second bounce and quickly gets rid to first for the final out of the inning. Well, the Travs get another solo home run, accounting for all of their 4 runs. This one went by Dwayne Bacon. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. 7 in the books. We go to the 8th. The Drillers 7 and the Travelers 4. This is Arkansas Traveler Baseball on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. To stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
AmeriPride Services is the linen and apparel company to get your team into a professional uniform program. AmeriPride features a wide range of high-quality custom programs for the manufacturing industry, hospitality and food service, medical or dental uniforms, and professional and executive wear. Call 664-5575 to schedule a presentation with an AmeriPride consultant, also specializing in the finest quality table linens, rental mats, and restroom services. Call 664-5575 for AmeriPride. AmeriPride, the official garment supplier of the Arkansas Travelers.
Here's the windup pitch on the way, and you can catch the Travs online at www.travs.com. The Arkansas Travelers have one of minor league baseball's most user-friendly websites with easy access to Travs game stories, up-to-date stats, and Texas League standings. You'll be informed about the Travs online at travs.com. Purchase tickets, Travs souvenirs, listen to the game. Hey, if you could buy hot dogs and popcorn on the website, it'd be like coming to the old ballpark. See us online, www.travs.com.
KDXE North Little Rock.
We come to the top of the 8th inning, and the Arkansas Travelers now trailing by 3. The closest they've been in this game since the start of the 3rd inning. And the Drillers put up 3 runs in the 3rd, taking a 5-0 lead. The Travelers' bats have come a little bit alive over the last few innings. 4 solo home runs. Drillers send Jordan Zarnicki to lead off. In the 8th inning, he'll pinch hit for Seth Smith. Aaron Pullen, the new Traveler pitcher of the night. And his first pitch is fouled straight back by Zarnicki. This is the first look we've had at Zarnicki today, and he's been one of the better hitters in the league so far. Jordan Zarnicki in 10 games hitting .342 with Tulsa best 4 homers and 10 RBI. Pitch on the way, and it's low and outside, 1-1. Zarnicki missed the first 3 games of this series with an unidentified illness. Trying to pinch hit right now. Smith finished 0 for 3. Pitch on the way to the right-hander, and Zarnicki takes a slider for a strike, and it's 1-2. We saw Zarnicki quite a bit last year. Steady right-handed hitter from the University of Tennessee. He's .255 in 46 games with Tulsa with 4 homers in 2005. Pullins 1-2 pitch on the way, and Zarnicki takes low, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Pullen is the 3rd Traveler pitcher of the night. Right-hander from Midland, Texas. Appears in his 4th game, and he pitched very well early in the season. 1-0 and a 1.59 ERA. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And the slider is bounced slowly on the right side. Pullen will pick it up himself, and he tags out Zarnicki for out number 1. Unassisted for the pitcher, and here comes Ian Stewart. So Zarnicki will take over in center field, it seems, at the bottom of the 8th inning. Ian Stewart now comes up. Good work by Alan Buckley out of the bullpen. Traveler right-hander goes 3 2/3. Allowed 2 hits and 2 runs. No walks and 3 strikeouts. He really made one mistake, and it was a home run that Koshansky hit. Batter is Stewart, left-hander. He takes outside for ball 1. Stewart today is 1 for 4. Slide to left, bounced into a double play, single to left, and bounced out to first. Pulling from the stretch at all times. The kick and the 1-0 pitch. Here's a strike called on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike. Pulling's delivery is popped up in a shallow left. Aaron Peel drifting in as he comes underneath it. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. Now comes Stigpen to the plate. Attendance has been announced today, 3,022. And although the bleachers are not filled right now, for a good 4 to 5 innings of this game, there was no room to sit in the bleachers. It was shoulder to shoulder. You don't see too many beer can pyramids. Pitch on the way to Stigpen. He swings, pops it up in a shallow right field. 3 people going after it. Porter, Roblin, and a Speedo, and it's a Speedo from right field to make the running catch. And a rather quick inning by Aaron Pullen. Down go the Drillers 1-2-3. That'll send the Travs to the plate in the bottom of the 8th, trailing 7-4. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
AgPro knows your patient. You've had your eye on a certain green and yellow tractor for some time now. But here's a thought. Visit your local John Deere dealer for an innocent test drive. Sit in that yellow seat and feel that rugged quality. Then run the numbers. You may find you've underrated the value of a John Deere and overrated the value of patience. After all, nothing runs like a Deere. Test drive the John Deere of your choice today at AgPro Central Arkansas, 10504 Maumelle Boulevard, North Little Rock.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
You're listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.
Brandon Wood will lead off for the Travelers in the bottom of the 8th inning. Unfortunately, Wood is going to be leading off now for the 3rd consecutive at-bat. He started the 4th and 6th innings with home runs to the freeway, and now Wood will have a chance for his 3rd home run. The Travs trailing by 3 in the 8th, 7-4. Josh Newman, 2nd inning of relief. And as he comes to the plate with the first pitch, it's a called strike, but the third base umpire was walking in front of the base coach, Ty Boykin. He was coming to the plate umpire trying to call timeout. So I don't think this pitch is going to count. Third base and plate umpires confer to the left side of the batter circle, and who knows what this is about. They're still talking, and this does not involve any of the players on the field. No one else is in on this conversation. The plate umpire, Art Vandelay, and the third base umpire, Kenny Banya. Plate umpire walks over to the visiting dugout, asks for the manager, Stu Cole, to come out. Now, what could this be about? It could be perhaps something that Josh Newman is wearing. Anything that is distracting on the pitcher's mound, and that's what the third base umpire is going out. They're telling him that there's something on his glove that is distracting the batter. Newman doesn't seem too happy about this idea. Neither does Stu Cole, the Tulsa manager. They're speaking with the plate umpire next to the dugout. Now, Vandelay walks away from Cole with a couple of words, walks back out towards the mound along with his third base umpire. Newman's been joined by Chris Ianetta in front of the batter's circle. As of now, the count's 0-1, but he might actually take that pitch back. Now all three umpires are conferring in front of the pitcher's mound. They haven't really said all that much to Josh Newman. No one is quite sure what this delay in the game is all about. And now the plate umpire starting to walk back behind the plate. Newman talking with the first base umpire. Newman talking with his first baseman, Koshansky. The base umpires now divert back to their original spot. Vandelay comes back behind the plate, and apparently this pitch is going to count. They're going to say that was a called strike. But now Ty Boykin is going to come down, and, the third base umpire calls timeout. Then the pitch was delivered. This pitch should not count. Boykin jogs down to the plate umpire, and his argument is a valid argument. You've got a third base umpire calling time, and at the moment that he does so, any pitch, any play should not count. But the plate umpire apparently is going to let this strike to Wood count. But not without Ty Boykin letting the plate umpire know he disagrees with this. So my way of thinking is if an umpire calls timeout, any one of the three, time is out. You do not throw a pitch, none of it counts. That's why it's timeout. Boykin will start to walk back to the third base coach's box. Now, who knows what the stoppage in play was about? But what it has done is it cost Brandon Wood a strike. So now all the hullabaloo is really added up to nothing, and Newman's going to throw the pitch to Wood. Brandon swings and fouls it at the plate, and there'll be strike two. Well, I guess no one's going to find out what that was about until the end of this game. Drillers leading 7-4 in the bottom of the eighth. Brandon Wood is 3 for 3 with a single and 2 home runs. Great day at the plate, but a tough day in the field. Brandon's also committed 2 errors. And those home runs have been majestic shots, and I think that's what a lot of the fans have come here to see. Here's an 0-2 pitch from Newman to Wood. He swings and misses at a high fastball and strikes out. Well, now, you took a strike away from him. That's unfortunate. So, in all honesty, Brandon Wood struck out on 2 strikes, not 3. So here comes Matt Brown. Brown is singled, homered, and struck out. Brown smoothing out the dirt on his side of the batter's box. 7-4 Tulsa. Base is empty for Brown, bottom 8. Newman back to work, and here comes the pitch to the Trav DH. Fastball for a strike, low outside corner. There is action in the Tulsa bullpen. Right-hander getting ready. It's Judge Songster. Traveler bullpen is quiet. We'll see Aaron Pullen for the 9th. Here's the 0-1, and Brown hits a high fly ball to center field. He hit it off the end of the bat. Zarnicki back a couple of steps, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Ty Brown just missed hitting that ball out of the park. It was a hanging breaking ball, but he was just a smidgen in front of it. And now with 2 outs, Eric Rodlin comes up. Rodlin has extended his hit streak to 8 games with a 6th-inning double. He's 1 for 3. And it'll be a lefty versus lefty. Newman's first pitch is on the way, and Rodlin swings and misses. Strike 1. Slider. Newman's 0-1 to Rodlin. Low and outside on a curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Newman trying to complete his 2nd inning of work and then pass it on to Songster for the 9th. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, looped over the 3rd baseman. Stewart chasing, and he makes the catch in foul territory. Almost tripped over his own feet, but he brought it in. Another fine play by Ian Stewart, and the Travs are done in the 8th inning. They go down 1-2-3. That'll send us into the 9th. 7-4 Tulsa on Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
It takes teamwork to be able to reach new goals in today's complex business environment. Each one of us should strive to be a step ahead and know how to compete in a rapidly changing world. The ITT Tech School of Business is about helping people prepare for the challenges of a competitive world. ITT Technical Institute School of Business, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch. Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
8 innings have been completed at Raywinder Field, and at the top of the 9th inning, Tulsa still leads the Travs by a score of 7-4. In an interesting game today, the Thrillers are out hitting the Travelers only 9-8, but Arkansas's 4 errors have really crept into the equation. Travelers have allowed 3 unearned runs. And James Holcomb just did not have his command today. Holcomb, over the first 2 games he had pitched, seemed to have pretty good command, but in his 3rd start, was unable to get through the 4th. The Travs are trying to scratch back into this. All 4 Arkansas runs have come on solo homers. 2 by Brandon Wood, 1 each by Matt Brown and Dwayne Bacon. But before the Travs have a chance to hit in the bottom of the 9th, Aaron Pullen has to get through the top half. And he'll face Joe Koshansky, Christian Colonel, and Matt Macri. And Koshansky's been the toughest out of the day. He's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, 1 home run, and he's driven in 4 plus scored twice. Left-handed batter to lead off the 9th. Aaron Pullen's pitch is hit in the air towards center field, hit pretty well. Bacon will look up at the fence, and that's gone. And Koshansky's day just gets bigger and bigger. A home run to dead center field on the first pitch of the 9th inning. So Koshansky today, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs, and well, that's the only way you'd overshadow Brandon Wood on a day where he hits 2 homers to the freeway. Is going 4 for 4 with 12 total bases. So now it's 8-4. That's the 6th home run of the night between these teams. Christian Colonel, the batter, and he'll take a high slider from Pullen, ball 1. So Koshansky came into the game with 2 homers, and now he's got 4. Here's a 1-0 to Colonel, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Colonel's 0 for 4. Popped up to short, reached on an error by Wood, and then struck out in his last 2 at-bats, both times against Alan Buckley. A 1-1 pitch from Pullen. Swung on, popped back up this way and onto the roof, 1 and 2. The home run off Aaron Pullen is the second he's given up this year. Here's the 1-2 to Colonel, and it's a little low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the Drillers back to a 4-run lead. It's been as big as a 5-run lead. Smallest was 2, but that was after the first inning. Pulling 2-2 is a little bit low. The count now goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now the payoff on the way from the righty. And it's grounded on the right side. Rodlin moving to his left, picks it up. He'll throw in the run to Porter for out number 1. Matt Macri will now come up. Scheduled to hit in the Traveler half of the 9th inning, Bobby Wilson, Jason Espedo, and Greg Porter. As of now, the Travelers will need 4 runs to even tie this game up. Stretch and a pitch from Pullen, low and away to Macri, ball 1. Macri, 2 strikeouts, a sacrifice fly, and he's also reached on an error. 1-0 pitch, here it is. Macri takes low, 2-0, the count. Pullen behind, now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, and it's low, ball 3. Aaron with only 2 walks over 6 2/3 innings. The 3-0 pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. 3-1. Base is empty for Macri. The 3-1 is low, and Pullen walks him. Only the 3rd walk issued by the Traveler pitching staff today. James Holcomb had walked 2 over 3 1/3 innings, but also hit 3 others. Here's Ianetta. Ianetta, the Tulsa catcher, is 2 for 4, single, an RBI double, and 2 flyouts to right field. He's also scored a run. Man at first is Macri. Pullen's first delivery is fouled over the Traveler dugout to the first row. Bounces off one of the aluminum seats and then into the first row to the right side of the dugout. So a couple of different first rows had an opportunity at that one. Pullen set. And here's the 0-1 to Ianetta. It's tailed on the inside corner for strike 2. Drillers up 8-4. Joe Koshansky started this inning with his 2nd home run of the night. And now Pullen with an 0-2 count to Ianetta. Hickson comes home, and the slider is a little outside. Stretch, 1-2 pitch, hit him. 4th Tulsa hitter to get hit by a pitch today. Bobby Wilson's going to walk out to the mound, trying to settle down Pullen. 4 hit batters for the Drillers. Certainly you don't expect that the Traveler pitchers are throwing at these guys. And sooner or later, you continue to hit batters, whether you mean to or not. There's probably going to be some retribution along the way. Doug Bernier, the batter, he's 1 for 3, right-hander, and the first pitch is a strike over the outside corner. Bernier has walked, doubled the run home, grounded out, and flied out. 2 on, 1 out in the top of the 9th inning, 1 run in. And 0-1 pitch. Bernier takes it in the dirt, ball 1. Drillers with 10 hits, 2 home runs. It's 5 doubles. The 1-1 pitch is rolled towards third. Smith up with it, over to Rodlin, over to first, double play. And that goes 5-4-3 to end the inning. The Drillers managed 1 run on 1 hit, and they strand 1 man. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. The Travelers need 4 to tie and 5 to win. Tulsa 8, Arkansas 4. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380.
Back on April 13th, 1932, the Arkansas Travelers opened their brand new ballpark to thousands of breathless spectators. In Ray Winter Field's 74 years as home of the Travs, it's been a breeding ground for big league talent. You've seen young men develop from fledgling minor leaguer to World Series hero and experience the highs of 9 league championships. Almost 9 million fans have spun through its turnstiles. It's where we introduced our kids to the great game of baseball. We've brought dates to the bleachers and sat through rain delays with friends. We've grown up and grown older at Ray Winter Field. This is our ballpark. The Travs' new home, Dickey Stevens Park, will be ready by April 2007, and the team's future is bright. But Ray Winter Field has been a part of the fabric of life in Arkansas for 3/4 of a century. During the Travs' 2006 season, it's our chance to say goodbye to an old friend. Call 664-1555 or go to Travs.com.
Last chance for the Arkansas Travelers. They either score 4 runs here in the 9th inning, or they've lost 4 consecutive games. Tulsa 8, the Travelers 4, bottom of the 9th inning, and Tulsa leaves their left-handed pitcher, Josh Newman, to pitch in the 9th, and nobody warming up in the bullpen for the moment. I'm Phil Elson at Ray Winter Field on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Travs have not even had the game tied today, not once. Tulsa put up 2 runs in the first inning, 3 in the third. They had a 5-0 lead before the Travelers even got a man to second base. Before they even scored a man. Travs answered with back-to-back homers in the 4th by Wood and Brown. Then Tulsa got a 2-run homer from Joe Koshansky in the 6th inning. Another homer by Wood and a solo shot by Dwayne Bacon brought the Travs within 3, but then Koshansky led off the 9th with a home run. We stand at Tulsa 8 and Arkansas 4. Newman to face Wilson, Espedo, and Porter. First it's Wilson, and Bobby is 0 for 2. He's walked, grounded out 2 times. The left-hander's pitch is swung on and driven into a dead center field by Wilson, sending Zarnicki to the warning track, and that ball is off of the fence. It did not leave the yard. It rolls in front of Zarnicki, and Wilson will hold at second base with a double. Boy, Bobby Wilson must have missed that home run by a couple of inches. Dead center field, about 390 feet away. Now, I'm not quite sure where it hit off that center field wall, but it certainly hit towards the top. Jason Espedo will now stand in with Greg Porter on deck. These 2 batters are the reason why Newman is still in the game. Sue Cole would like the left-hander to face left-handed batters. Espedo stands in. He's 0 for 3. Hit into a double play and grounded out 2 other times. Don't forget about Wilson at second base with a 4-run lead. Here's Newman's pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Travs have not scored a run without the aid of a solo homer today. And here's the 0-1 to Espedo. And it's down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Newman peers over his right shoulder. Espedo hovers over the plate. They want to bust him inside. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Strike 2. Drillers have led ever since the first inning. Travs have had to scratch and claw their way, even trailing by 3 at one point. 1-2 to Espedo. Newman's pitch is swung on and missed. Gone with a split finger, it looks. The strikeout of Espedo is out number 1 in the 9th. And here's Greg Porter. This is Greg's last chance to extend a hitting streak to 7 games. He's gone 0 for 3 today, 2 ground outs, 1 strikeout. Lefty versus lefty with Wilson at second, 1 out. Newman throws. Porter takes it low, ball 1. Songster warming up now in the Tulsa bullpen. So they might bring him in, whether or not Porter reaches base. Got Smith on deck, then the switch hitting Bacon, followed by 3 righties. 1-0 to Porter, swung on, loops over third towards the bullpen in the left field line, and that does hit that bullpen mound. Foul ball brings the count to 1-1 on Greg Porter. Porter's average started at .290 today. Failed to reach base in his first 3 at-bats. Eric Rodland extended his hit streak to 8 games with a double in the 6th inning. Porter trying to keep pace with him. Left-hander set. Newman's 1-1 comes. Porter swings and misses. Nice pitch on the 5th. Handcuffed him. 1-2. Travs need to get the bases loaded to bring the tying run up. Wilson, the only man on the bases, takes his lead from second. No one holding him. He's free to roam. Newman will take a glance at second and now throw to Porter, and he takes it low, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Greg Porter. Travs have a chance, but they need to get 2 more men on base. Tulsa 8, Arkansas 4. The 2-2 pitch to Porter, swung on and fouled into the ground, and now into the first base seats it goes, into the optimist dugout. We're still at 2-2. Newman and Porter in a battle here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away in the 9th. The pitch to Porter is inside it and almost hit him. Greg seems to be able to get out of the way of the pitch by just the tiniest little margin. Almost like he sidesteps a pitch at his hip. And there have been a lot of them today. No wonder Greg hasn't been hit 2 times. So it's 3-2. And now the payoff pitch. Porter swings and misses. The pitch is a little low. Strike 3. 2 outs in the 9th inning, and it looks like Porter's hit streak will end at 6. Unless the Travs somehow find a way to score 4 runs here in the 9th inning, and then Greg could get a chance in extras. Casey Smith, the last chance to keep this inning going. Casey is 0 for 3 today, 2 for 22 on the season, and it doesn't look like he'll be facing Josh Newman. Stu Cole, the Driller manager, is walking out to the mound. He's had Songster warming up at the tail end of the 8th. And at the start of the bottom of the 9th inning, he had him start to get ready. Cole walks to the mound and starts to speak with Newman. The rest of the infield, except for the shortstop, Tulowitski, join him on the mound. Now, certainly Newman would like to get a save. If he gets 1 more out, he pitches 3 innings. But he's not going to get that chance. So it'll be 2 2/3 for Newman as he walks off the mound, and it'll be Judge Songster coming out of the bullpen. It's an AT&T call to the bullpen, brought to you by the official telecommunications company of the Travelers, AT&T. Services from AT&T, including voice services, AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet, AT&T Dish Network, and Singular Wireless, are proud supporters of the Arkansas Travelers. You can check out the great deals now. The new AT&T, your world, delivered. We'll be back after 60 seconds with Travs trail by 4 with only 1 out left in the 9th. This is Little Rock ESPN 1380. Judd Songster is the brand new pitcher for the Tulsa Drillers. He needs just one out to salt the game away for Tulsa, with the Drillers leading the Travs by an 8-4 score with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Songster is the third pitcher of the night for Tulsa. He replaces Josh Newman, who tossed 2 2/3 effective innings, giving up 1 run and 2 hits and striking out 3. Songster is on to face Casey Smith with Bobby Wilson at second base. 6'3", 195 pounds. Songster will work from the stretch. 8th appearance of the year. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Casey Smith is 0 for 3. He has bounced out to the third baseman Stewart 2 times. Flat out to right field in his last at-bat. Travs 1 out away from dropping their 4th straight to the Drillers. Songster with a 1.17 ERA. The 0-1 to Smith is grounded towards third and past Stewart down the line. Here comes Wilson around third to score, and Smith into second base. A stand-up double for Casey. His first extra base hit of the year. And now the Travs trail by 3. That'll close the book on Newman. He's credited with 2 runs, both earned in 2 2/3. So still a little bit of life left in the Travelers tonight. Dwayne Bacon stepping up. Bacon homered to left field last time. He's 2 for 3. But this time he bats from the left side against the righty Songster. That's just the 4th hit in 7 2/3 that Songster is allowed. First pitch to Bacon is a slider at the knees called a strike. Bacon steps back into the box, trailing in the count 0-1. Each team now at 10 hits. Big number up there is 4 errors by the Travelers today, equaling 3 runs. Here's the 0-1 to Bacon. A swing and a high fly ball towards deep right center field. Back on it is Colonel, and that ball's over his head. Bacon has doubled as Smith comes home, and now the tying run comes to the plate for the Travs. Dwayne Bacon, who homered his last time up, now collects his 3rd double of the year. 2 runs are home here in the 9th inning. It's 8-6. They had an announced attendance of a little bit over 3,000 today. Many of them have left the ballpark after seeing the Travs trail by 4 going into the 9th. But there is life. Aaron Peel is the batter. He's 0 for 4 with no homers this season. Pitch on the way from Songster. Under the knees, ball 1. On deck is Brandon Wood. If Peel reaches base, Wood represents the winning run. He's already homered twice today. Songster giving up a run, just the second he's allowed. No one holding Bacon. Here's the 1-0 to Peel. It's low again, ball 2. Time called by the Driller bench. Bo McLaughlin walks out to the mound for the 2nd time this inning. A little bit tougher than the Drillers were expecting here in the 9th. Aaron Peel ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, and Songster getting a talking to by his pitching coach. Peel hit 19 home runs last year. And this season, he's collected only 2 extra base hits. Average started today at 286, but he's flied out to left, hit into a double play, struck out, and bounced out to third. The meeting on the mound is over. McLaughlin steps back into the third base dugout. Peel at the plate, ahead of the count 2-0. 8-6 Drillers in the 9th. Songster throws it, and Peel takes it inside, ball 3. Songster on the season with 3 walks, 8 innings. Here's a 3-0 to Peel, right down the middle. No way Aaron was swinging. It's 3-1. The question now is, does Songster just give in again and throw another one right down the middle? And if he does he'll swing at it, or does he want to bring Wood up? Here's the 3-1 pitch. He'll take ball 4. There's a split finger pitch in the dirt, and Brandon Wood comes up to the plate. So Songster came in here in the 9th inning. He's faced 3 hitters and has not set either of them down. Brandon Wood gets the call. He's 3 for 4. 2 homers. 1 single. He struck out his last time up. Got a chance to be a hero. At the stretch, Songster. Here's the pitch. And Wood will take a fastball for strike 1. Good pitch by Songster. Not right down the middle. It hit that inside half of the plate. Wood does not step out of the box. Calmly wiggles around on the right side of the batter's box. Slightly open stance. They're going to try to bring it high and tight. Here's Songster's pitch. And that one's low and inside, and he missed his spot. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wood homered today in the 4th inning to right, and in the 6th to dead center, both of them on 630, the freeway. Songster's 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a splitty in the dirt. Tough pitch to recognize for anybody. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Songster's whipped 8 in 8 innings this year. Now the 1-2 to Wood. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt, and the game is over. Wood turns to the plate umpire and asks him, did I foul it? The plate umpire says, no, you didn't. He makes the 5th, saying that's a strikeout to end the game. Tyrone Boykin coming down to argue with Art Vandelay, the plate umpire. It really isn't going to matter. Wood trying to plead his case. The call is going to stick. The Travelers are very upset at the idea that Wood apparently did not hit that ball. Tough to tell it from up here, but the game is over, and the Tulsa Drillers win it by a final score of 8-6. Well, a more exciting ending than we expected after the Drillers got ahead by 5 over the first 3 innings. But Tulsa holds on, and they've defeated the Travelers in 4 consecutive games. So we'll come back after these words with the unofficial totals and the Allstate Insurance postgame report on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
What if there were no bad drivers? What if everyone always followed the speed limit? What if 10-car pileups didn't exist? In a world like that, we'd all be better off. It's why Allstate is introducing 2 incentives to drive safe. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, you'll get cash off your renewal bill with a safe driving bonus. And for every year of safe driving, you'll get $100 off your deductible with deductible rewards. Another year, another $100 off, up to $500. But it's not just about saving money. Safe driving also saves lives. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's Allstate stands. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can get $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Deductible awards apply to collision coverage. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
Emergency hotline, can I help you?
Yes, I need help.
All right, sir, what's the problem?
I can't taste my beer. I take a sip, I feel it in my mouth, but there's no taste.
Okay, sir, stay with me. What's your name?
Robert.
Okay, Robert, this is what I want you to do. Put the bottle down and step away from the beer.
Okay.
Walk straight down to the corner store and pick up a 6-pack of Miller Lite. Open one, take a sip, and everything should be right back to normal.
Okay.
Don't worry, Robert. It's going to be all right.
Next time, try the light beer that actually tastes like beer. Great tasting, less selling Miller Lite. Miller, good call. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
It's time now for the Allstate Insurance post-game show. Once again, here's the voice of the Arkansas Travelers, Phil Elson.
Go.
Perhaps a little bit of a controversial ending to this ball game, but it stands. After Brandon Wood struck out to end the game, he asked the plate umpire if he had not fouled the ball. Plate umpire told him he didn't, and so this one ends on a strikeout of Brandon Wood, leaving the tying run at first base. Tulsa wins it by a final score of 8-6. A lot of fireworks in this baseball game by way of the long ball. Here are unofficial final totals for the Tulsa Drillers. It was 8 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 9 men left. The Arkansas Travelers scored 6 runs on 11 hits, committing 4 errors, and the Travelers stranded 5. The winning pitcher today is Mark Kaiser. Kaiser goes 6 innings for the win. He's 1-1. The loss goes to James Holcomb. Holcomb was knocked out after 3 1/3 innings. He falls to 0-2. There's no save. The time of game is 2 hours 42 minutes. Paid attendance 3,022. For the first time this season, the Travelers fall to a record under 500. They fall to 6-7, while the Drillers now carry a record of 9-4, best in the Texas League, into the final game of the series tomorrow night. Recapping the ball game, the Drillers got ahead early today. Leadoff double by Troy Tulowitski. He would move to third base, and Seth Smith's ground ball went through Greg Porter for an error. After Holcomb hit Junt Bigpen with 1 out to load the bases, Joe Koshansky came to the plate, and Koshansky cracked a 2-run double off the right field fence. Drillers would lead 2 more men on the bases and had a 2-0 lead going into the second. Travs had a chance in the first. Wood and Brown reached 2-out singles and would get a wild pitch to go to third and second base, but Eric Rodlin grounded out to end the threat, stranding 2. Drillers got up by 5 runs in the third inning as Holcomb allowed Koshansky's second double of the game with 1 out in the third inning. Christian Colonel then hit a hard ground ball that Brandon Wood tried to make a backhand play, could not do so, charged an error. Koshansky went to third. Next batter, Matt Macri, had a sacrifice fly, that brought in Koshansky from third base. Christian Colonel then stole second and took third base on an errant throw by Bobby Wilson. Colonel would score when Chris Ianetta doubled into the right field corner, making it 4-0, but then Doug Vernier followed with another double to make it 5-0 Tulsa. That's before the Travelers got their first hit of the game, before they got their first run of the game. And the Travelers get that first run when Brandon Wood led off the fourth with a home run over the screen monster into right field. The very next pitch from Mark Kaiser to Matt Brown ended up over the left center field fence. So back-to-back home runs by Wood and Brown got the Travelers within 5-2. Holcomb was gone in the in the fourth inning. Alan Buckley came on and pitched scoreless ball until the sixth, but he gave up a 2-run homer to Joe Koshansky, also onto the interstate. Koshansky's third hit of the game and his third home run of the season. Another home run by Wood in the sixth inning to lead off would make it another 4-run deficit for the Travelers. And then Dwayne Bacon's home run in the bottom of the seventh inning brought the Travs within 3. But once again, Koshansky led off the ninth against Aaron Pullen with a home run to center, making it 8-4 game. And the Travs made it very interesting in the bottom of the ninth. Josh Newman was in his third inning of work. Bobby Wilson led off with a double to the base of the center field wall. Newman would then strike out Jason Espedo and Greg Porter. It would be replaced by Judge Songster. Casey Smith greeted him with an RBI double inside third base. And then Dwayne Bacon doubled to right center field, scoring Smith and bringing the tying run to the plate. Aaron Peel would take a base on balls, bringing the winning run up. But Judge Songster had his good split-finger pitch against Brandon Wood and struck him out on a pitch in the dirt, ending the game. And Tulsa wins it by an 8-6 final score. So the Drillers now again 9-4, and the Travs fall to 6-7. Coming up next on the Allstate Insurance postgame report, we'll check out the scores from the majors and the Texas League on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Coca-Cola, this is Mitchell. My friend's brother is a molecular biologist, and he was saying the only way you could have gotten Coke Zero to taste like the regular Coke was to engineer it in space. I would not. Well, no, but think about the whole zero factor, like zero gravity. It makes perfect sense. Zero is for the 0 calories. Just stop pretending that you don't engineer Coke Zero in space. Can you do that? I wish I could speculate on that, sir. The next launch. I just want the time for the next launch.
Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
Your world is suddenly changing for the better, all because two great companies that you know and trust, have now joined forces to deliver the world that matters most. Yours. AT&T, with its passion to invent, and SBC, with its drive to deliver, have come together to create the most complete and secure network with products and services to keep you connected to work, home, to life. Introducing the new AT&T, your world delivered.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Phil Elson with you here on the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard as we get to the Major League and Texas League scores. We'll begin in the majors. We've got plenty of finals. First, the games that are in progress. Middle of the ninth inning at Houston and Milwaukee enjoying a 7-2 lead over the Astros. Morgan Ensberg hit the game's only homer, and it is Ensberg's 7th of the year. Also in the National League, San Francisco trails the Diamondbacks 3-1 on the bottom of the 5th. Mark Sweeney's gone deep for the Giants. Jeff DeVennon for Arizona. Dodgers 2, Cubs 1. Top 3 at Dodger Stadium. Jason Repko hit his 2nd home run of the year. In the American League, top of the 4th, Seattle and Texas tied 1-1. Also top 4 at Oakland, and Detroit leading 3-1 over the A's. Frank Thomas with his 4th home run for Oakland. L.A. Angels leading at Minnesota 10-9. Bottom of the 9th inning, nobody out, and a man at first base. Frankie Rodriguez is on for the Angels. Orlando Cabrera homered for L.A., and Torrey Hunter hit his 4th for Minnesota. All the other games are finals. We'll start with the Philadelphia Phillies winning in 10 innings over Washington 7-6. Ryan Franklin got the win in relief with Mike Stanton taking the loss. He's 0-2. Hernandez and Church going deep for the Nats. Bell, Abreu, and Howard for the Phillies. Cincinnati needed 5 runs over the final 3 innings to come back and defeat Florida 9-8. Florida loses even though they hit 4 home runs. Miguel Olivo, Miguel Cabrera, Abercrombie, and Uggla going deep. St. Louis shuts out the Pirates 4-0 on 2 hits. Chris Carpenter 8 innings for his 2nd win. Home runs by Jim Edmonds and David Eckstein. Victor Santos took the loss. The Atlanta Braves winning at the New York Mets 2-1. Tim Hudson went the distance for his 1st win. Andrew Jones at his 8th home run. Tom Glavine takes the hard luck loss. Staying in the National League, it's the San Diego Padres using 21 hits for a 13-4 victory at Colorado. And now we move over to the American League with the New York Yankees defeating Toronto 3-1. Mike Mussina was the winner. Ted Lilly took the loss. And Mariano Rivera earned his 2nd save. Alex Rodriguez had his 5th homer. Chicago White Sox send the Royals to their 10th straight loss, 4-0. Juan Uribe hit his 1st home run of the year. Javier Vasquez the winner. Bobby Jenks saved his 6th. Ellerton falls to 0-4 for KC. Last 2 finals, Baltimore 18, Cleveland 9 in a wild game at Camden Yards featuring 35 hits, including 6 home runs. Aaron Boone and Victor Martinez, as well as Johnny Peralta going deep for the Indians. Hernandez, Patterson, and Gibbons went deep for the victorious Baltimore Orioles. And Boston had a 7-run 3rd inning, a 9-1 victory over the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Kurt Schilling is 4-0 after the win. Doug Walker takes the loss. Boston's Kevin Euclid hit the game's only home run. Those are all the scores from the major leagues. Now we slide over to the Texas League. We've got finals all across. Corpus Christi holds on at Midland for a 5-4 win, and that'll give the Hooks their 2nd straight victory. Winning pitcher Pete Estrada is 2-2. Sean Cohn took the loss. Save goes to Williams. It's his 2nd. Meanwhile, it was the Frisco Rough Riders defeating San Antonio 3-1. We don't have the particulars yet in that ball game. And the Springfield Cardinals beat Wichita 6-2. Rich Scalamander gets the win. DePriest the loser. And home runs hit by Alex Gordon of Wichita, Iker Franco, and Hoffpower for the victorious Springfield Cardinals. Cardinals are 8-5. Wranglers 3-10. Crabs are 6-7 after their 4th straight loss to Tulsa. 8-6 the final score. We'll wrap it up after this on Little Rock ESPN 1380.
You signaled your turn. You merged without cutting anyone off. You stopped because the light was red. Through rain and sleet, through dark of night, 365 and 1/4 days a year, you drive safely. Now Allstate rewards you for being the hero you are. Introducing the Safe Driving Bonus. For every 6 months you don't have an accident, Allstate will give you an extra bonus. Actual cash off your renewal bill. That's on top of any discounts you've already received. It's time to make the world a better place to drive. That's all safe, stand. Are you in good hands?
Get Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance today. Call a local Allstate agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE. You can start earning your safe driving bonus the day you sign up. Feature is optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Patent pending. Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Northwest Illinois.
Of all the days of the week, it seems that Mondays are everybody's least favorite day. Well, the Travs and the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette have a reason for baseball fans to look forward to Mondays. That's because Mondays are Democrat-Gazette family night here at the ballpark. You just pick up a copy of Monday's Democrat-Gazette, and you'll find a discount family ticket right there in the sports section. That's right. It's a coupon that admits the whole family for just $2 a person. Hey, Mondays don't sound so bad anymore.
This is Little Rock's ESPN 1380.
Tough loss today for the Arkansas Travelers. They out-hit Tulsa 11-10. Travs smacked 4 home runs today, but they also committed 4 errors. And for the 4th consecutive game, the Arkansas Travelers take a loss. Final score, Tulsa 8, Arkansas 6. These totals are now official. We'll begin with the Drillers, 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and left. Travelers, 6 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors, 6 left. Winning pitcher today, Mark Kaiser, his record 1-1. James Holcomb falls to 0-2 at the loss. There's no save. Time of game was 2 hours, 40 minutes, and the paid attendance, 3,022. Quite a power display put on today by both teams. Joe Koshansky of the Tulsa Drillers, with 2 home runs, he finishes 4 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 long balls, 5 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. 4 separate Travelers hit home runs. Brandon Wood hit 2 of them to finish a 3 for 5 night. Both of his homers solo shots. He's got 4 in the season. Matt Brown hit his 4th, and Dwayne Bacon hit number 1. The Drillers, with 4 straight wins, now have 9 wins and 4 losses on the year. The Travelers fall to 6-7. We'll wrap up the series tomorrow night here at Raywinder Field. Chris Hunter will pitch for the Travs. Right-hander, 1-0 record, 6.35 ERA. Ubaldo Jimenez for the Drillers, another right-hander, 0-1 with an 11.57 earned run average. 7:10 is the first pitch tomorrow. Gates open at 6:10. If you're looking for a discount ticket, just head to your local grocery store, pick up any packet of Teddy Jean meat. Bring that wrapper empty and clean, please, along with the receipt for the ballpark. That'll get you in for $3 per person. And if you can't be at the ballpark, join me. We'll have the ITT Tech pregame show at 6:50 here on Little Rock ESPN 1380. Thanks to Brad Hicks back at the studios and the folks at minorleaguebaseball.com for making sure we're on the air and on the net. And to you fans for tuning in, thanks again for listening to the Travs baseball broadcast. My name's Phil Elson, and once again, the Travs fall to the Tulsa Drillers tonight by a final score of 8-6. Folks, don't forget it's just a game. Talk baseball again tomorrow night.
Today's game has been brought to you by AT&T, Coca-Cola, Allstate Insurance, ITT Technical Institute, Miller Lite, and Arkansas Federal Credit Union. You've been listening to Arkansas Travelers Baseball.